thing happen, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Especially
it.
Shiraz.
Hello,
Hi.
everyone.
Hey!
How's it going?
Yo. What's up,
Just
peeps?
posting.
Hi,
Jesus.
hi.
Oh, this is a 6. Okay, I'm learning my dice right
Hi, Striker. There's the girl.
Wow.
Hello.
Oh, there we
now.
go. I was about to say, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, let me.
I know, right?
Oh, goodbye, chat.
What did you just do? Lock it.
Yeah, I hate that. I've done that before.
Yeah, I basically live with everything locked now because I've accidentally drunk things so many times on my overlay. Like,
Mm.
nope, it's all locked.
Using that lock button,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
I'll
I
catch
said,
the pan.
at least 5 people or more to run.
That's what, yeah, we were talking about. Like, getting all this set up is a freaking thing.
Yeah, before I started streaming, I had no idea. I was like,
My
what are these people
favorite
talking about? It's you're gaming. Like, what? How can you possibly? Oh my god, it is work. All right, it is work, and it's not just like
Yeah.
the technical side.
Oh my god. Shiraz, which book did you just finish?
I was muted on stream. Well,
Uh-oh.
it's fine.
Oh no.
I was only just talking to stream.
Shiraz.
All right, chat. Please feel free to tell me if the music is too loud.
Shiraz, I don't
The end
talk
of all
to
things.
people like you.
Ooh, Shiraz. Yes. Get angry with her. Get angry with her. She loves it.
Sure, I was like, Flutter, you were right.
I know.
The end of our friendships. I mean, that's part of all things. So.
The end of our friendships too. Out.
I love the people weirdly. It's so good. Oh my
Oh, I
gosh.
need to get that one. Ooh, I like that one.
Isn't it cute?
It is cute.
It's just like back away.
People, that's
slowly.
people weird leave.
Yeah.
I need to write these down so that I don't forget when the time comes.
The vinyl tiny hands is in
Oh, really?
BTTV now, isn't it? Didn't I see
Oh
that?
yeah,
on someone's
vinyl's up.
server?
Yeah.
Vinyl tiny hands.
Finals
so
up.
good.
Oh, is
So
that on
great.
BTTV?
Yeah. I think it's just called Vinyl's Up. Also, Cyberwolf, you said it. She looks amazing.
That's always
Windows-
the case. So.
Does she
Well,
ever
yeah.
not?
But
I know.
it bears
Leader-
repeating. It bears repeating for sure.
That's true. That is very true.
Leaders.
Shiraz, I didn't think you knew how to cry.
Oh my god. Yeah. Wait. What?
Don't give away your
Yeah.
secrets, Shiraz.
He has a heart. Oh my god.
Forgot, I heard you
Wow.
on voice chat, and you sound so nice. You have such a nice voice, Shiraz.
Right?
It's true. Shiraz doesn't sound anything like you expect
his
him
voice
to.
doesn't match the energy he vibes in
Yeah,
chat.
He's like the nicest sounding person.
That's completely accurate, Megan. Completely accurate.
Uh-oh, where did that?
yeah. Later.
Back away.
We miss you already.
All right, now this is in wireless mode.
Nice.
I'm starting a new campaign soon, folks.
Oh.
And my race is rabbit folk.
Calm
Oh,
you and the
Lord.
shaming is done.
What is rabbit folk?
It's literally a anthropomorphized rabbit person. It's great.
That's amazing.
It's part of the playtesting stuff, but my DM is okay with us using that stuff. So,
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Good for you.
and I'm also using Swashbuckler because it's great.
Ooh.
That sounds amazing.
He is living.
You
on
know,
your
you know
brain.
that terrible orc that you
But
fought
our good friend,
could destroy
his face?
you if you
Yeah.
were alone. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
Is that what a swashbuckler is?
Yeah.
It's a rogue
Uh,
archetype.
Yeah, basically.
You know what archetype it
ridiculous
is? The
one-on-one.
bullshit archetype.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's completely
Yeah.
accurate.
Yep.
Sorry, not sorry. I loved that character. It's great.
Okay.
Well, you notice that him and Tinkerbell did not die.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They may be back in the future.
I would love that, and I hope that she has a baby, and there's a baby him and like I hope that baby survived after I shanked her.
Was,
Oh my God.
was Tinkerbell a human?
Jesus.
Or
She was a
in-
half elf.
half elf?
Half elf. Half
So
elf.
that's gonna be a
Coolest.
cute baby.
It is
It's gonna be
an adorable
half
baby.
orc, quarter
Half orc,
human,
half
quarter elf.
Quarter
Yeah,
elf.
Like pointy ears, tiny
Yeah.
little tusks.
It's
Oh,
gonna be
it's gonna be cute as hell.
adorable, right?
Like you have
That's
Felf
what-
Fork.
A little big old scar along the side.
Oh right, someone
Right.
stabbed her.
Megan's
Yeah,
quoting the good stuff. I hope that baby survived after I shanked her.
Yeah.
Flutter 2021.
Yep.
Be a blurb.
That might
Sounds
be
wrong when you
oh
say
we
it
might
like
we
that.
might need
I shanked her
a
mother. The mother.
we might
is
need
what-
a
Yeah, that's-
Right, they
that's
didn't
we
what
might
know.
need a stream marker for that.
Oh,
For
God.
another
Yeah.
blurb.
Let me just
Yeah.
slash marker that.
Yeah, that's,
I hope
that's
Wolf is noting down the time.
a great excuse. I didn't know at the time.
Hope the baby's alright after I shanked
I
her.
didn't.
Stream
I
marker
didn't
at
know at the time.
8:53. Flutter blurb description. Lovely.
Thank you.
Wolf
Thank
folk
you.
electro wizard.
No problem,
Something
Flutter.
like it would be possible. Something like that would be possible, Cyberwolf. Why not?
Sounds amazing.
Wolf folk
That's gonna
electro
be
wizard.
Poodle's backup.
Yeah.
That sounds super dope.
Yeah, my rabbit man, him and his wife have 250 children.
Mm-hmm.
But he knows all of them. He knows everyone if he sees
Someone,
them.
please shoot
But he
me.
does not know how many children he has.
Right.
And he also walks around with a photo album full of portraits of each of them that he shows off all the time.
Oh my
Nope.
God.
Nope.
So every time he
Would avoid the hell out
goes,
of
he
that.
loses count. Every time he tries to count them, he loses count.
I have a
Moving
funny
around.
thing that I'm going to do is like every time he explains about his kids, he says a different number. So it could be within the same statement, but like he will
Right.
say a different number each time.
He'll say a different
It's
number.
gonna be funny.
That's
Nice.
fantastic.
So you're gonna be like Walder Frey. He forgets their
Right.
name.
He doesn't even know.
Well,
Like,
Oh, he knows
Waldina,
every one of them.
Well,
He knows every one of them. He can
Dora,
name every one of them, but he just does not know how
he
many
just
there
doesn't
are.
know how many there are. That's it. That's
But his
funny.
wife does, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
All right.
Well, how's everybody doing in chat today? Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
It's
goodness.
so good to see everybody here.
It always feels like so long.
It does feel
I know.
so long.
It's way too long.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it doesn't feel like that long for me.
Could be,
all-
it
we all
could be
just
5
need to-
seconds between
Jesus,
sessions
yes,
and call it a day.
well,
Like it's been too
like-
long.
Jeez, it's nice to see you too.
No,
Phil.
I,
Wow.
no,
All right.
no,
then.
no, I'm not saying it like
Damn.
that way. I'm saying that the time,
know,
like time lately, has just been disappearing. Like I don't know what
Yeah.
has happened to the last
You are-
couple of months already, but it's mid-May. It's mid-May, y'all. And
crazy.
when the
Yes,
fuck
it
did that
is.
happen?
How much school is left, Ghost? Is it because June?
How much school is left? I've
Oh,
got
that'd be too bad.
about 6.5 weeks left to
Hmm.
go. Some of it without the kids. If anybody in chat is a teenager, please close your ears right now. But work is awesome when the kids aren't there.
Wow, I can't believe you would say that.
Yeah, they get to unplug the teacher and let them chill. It's great.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Actually, but you do your professional development without the kids, and it's like the first couple days. It's like, oh, there's no kids.
Right? I used to have
This
my
is-
aunt
this
was
is the
a
best.
band
Yeah.
teacher. Was a band teacher in high
Yeah.
school, and I used to have to go with her.
Sugar as
to
I did not close
school
my
on the
ears.
non-school days. And I loved
Yeah.
it because I would be running around in an empty school. She didn't teach
Yeah.
at my school, so I was running around in like a strange empty
Yeah.
school. It was the best
Yeah.
thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's
But,
just two sides of the
but
same
after-
coin. Teachers have fun with no kids. Kids have fun with no teachers.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Right.
we know. We know. Kids don't know that. Like, aren't you lonely in your classroom all summer where you live?
Right. Yeah, I know. Seriously.
No,
Life is
but
so
honestly,
cool.
like after the first couple days without kids, you're kind of like, oh, I miss those goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except I had last year after the working from home and the remote learning, we thankfully had the opportunity to return for a little bit of really modified in-person learning in the last couple weeks of the school year. And I went to my partner teacher first thing in the morning and I was like, you know what? God help me. I miss these little goblins. And then I turned around and walked back into the classroom and like did my thing with them for a little. Came back out 15 minutes later. Okay, I'm cured. They're pissing me off right now.
Yep. It doesn't take much.
long. Yeah.
Yeah.
The duality of man.
Duality of child.
Duality of child. I love them and they
Alright, I
drive me up
finished
the
my
wall.
first glass of wine. That means we should start talking about
Yeah.
the game, probably.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've
All right,
gotten
do we
these
want to
things down
do
to a timing thing.
well, here's what we'll do. I'll give you the warm-up question
Yes.
Okay.
and then you can think about it while I talk about our Winds of
Points.
Chaos community engagement stuff. All right.
Okay.
So our role-playing warm-up question is: what stereotypical role would your character play in a 1980s high school movie? Like think
The
like a
Breakfast
Breakfast Club or
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off or
Oh my God.
any of those things.
That is
Fast
a good
Times at
question.
Ridgemont High, right? Think
Never
80s
seen any of those.
teen school comedy, whatever. Like what group would they be part of? The nerds, the jocks, the bullies, the goths,
Oh,
the
okay.
skids, the greasers, like any of those. Okay. So that's you can chew on
tough.
that. A Rat Pack. There you go. You can chew on that while we talk about our little community engagement initiative. So, chat, we love you, but while we're playing, we want to we really want to focus on what we're trying to do. In fact, just in the middle of that sentence, I looked over at chat and somebody said something to me and I was like, what? Sorry, my brain is melted today. So
Same.
when we're playing in our game, we're gonna endeavor to put chat away, except for
lol.
leader, but we're working on him.
But are you really?
Yes.
No.
No. But most of us will be putting chat away so that we can focus on what's going on in game. But we still want you to feel like you're part of this, and we still want to interact with you, and we still want to have a lot of fun with you because we enjoy each and every one of you being around. So we came up with this little community engagement initiative where you can use your bits to manipulate the flow of the game and harness the winds of chaos for the benefit or for the detriment of our heroes. So, up here on the Roll20 screen that I just put up, I don't know if you're broadcasting that, leader, but basically, you have a list of sort of rewards that you can exchange your bits for. For 300 bits, you can help our heroes find a useful but mundane non-magical item. If you want to throw like a new weapon or whatever at the heroes, or if you want to throw a specific item to a specific person's way, you can mention it in chat. Feel free. It just needs to be non-magical and not have any super special properties. For 400 bits, you can give a monster that we are facing off against a minor mutation, give it a little bit of a minor buff, maybe, a few extra HP or an extra point of armor class or something. For 500 bits, you can give that monster a major mutation and give it a significant buff, and usually that comes with a little bit of a physical transformation that the players and the characters are always a little bit disturbed by. For 600 bits, you can compel a player character's flaw. I know for sure on my Discord, on the Cauliflum's Discord, and on the Flutter Die Discord, there is a Dungeons and Dragons, or I think somebody has it labeled Winds of Chaos. There's a channel corresponding to this campaign where you can look at the pinned message. There is a document with all of the player characters that lists their player character flaws, right? Spend 600 bits, say, I want to compel Mazra's Whispers of Grumpsh flaw, and then at an opportune and appropriate moment, I will say, hey Mazra, you're feeling pretty angry about this. This guy who you're trying to interrogate and get some answers out of has really pushed you over the edge.
This slime in particular, you don't like it. Gotta kill it before Fielding can get to it.
Yeah. For 700 bits, you can grant inspiration to one player character. That's an extra d20 that they can save up and they can roll at an opportune moment when they really need to succeed. Flumps is having a problem with high school stereotypes. That's all good. For 800 bits, you can make Flutter roll on the Wild Magic Surge table. Flutter's character, Kiona, is a Wild Magic Sorcerer. Anytime she casts a leveled spell, there is a 1 in 20 chance that she experiences a Wild Magic Surge. You can turn that 1 in 20 chance into a 1 in 1 certainty with those 800 bits. She rolls on a table with 50 possible magical effects that can happen. Some helpful, some hurtful, some meant to be helpful, but we find a way to make them hurtful anyway somehow because we're derps like that. Some are just plain funny, like Kiona grows a beard of feathers or her skin turns blue. Okay, and then finally, anybody who's a subscriber to the DM's channel, Ghost Pepper, can create a custom NPC or a magic item of appropriate level to appear in the campaign, and you can DM me on Discord for more info about that. I think I am in everybody here's Discord except for Brucey and Wolf.
I just like being in chats. I don't like to stream, okay?
Gotcha. Well, Brucey, I would join your Discord if you had one.
Absolutely.
Wolf, forget it.
Yeah. We want to hang out with White Jesus, though.
That's true.
I don't want to hang out with White Jesus because I know where he is, and that place is Horny Jail.
Look, Sloth put me there so they can let me out.
That's true. And you know what?
Your inordinate knowledge of hot tub streams put you there.
That is quite true.
You know what, Ghost? We're gonna need that knowledge of hot tub streams.
We are. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
Let's not talk about
that. As soon as the pandemic restrictions ease, Collie.
I'm excited.
Oh, I don't know.
It'll be great.
Two ancient teachers in a hot tub?
You'll have
Leader,
to watch...
didn't you know about Ghost hot tub streams?
Yeah. You have to watch.
I'm invited.
What is it?
No. Don't give context. Don't give context.
Yeah. Yep.
You gotta watch the Divinity streams.
There may have been plans made on the Divinity stream on Sunday.
The worst part.
All right, friends. Did I not see V come in here? Vanessa! I haven't seen you in so long. How are you doing? Oh my goodness.
Vanessa's great.
I know she's
Vanessa's fantastic.
Yeah, for sure.
Great partner to play League with.
Knowing her in
Oh,
person,
really?
can confirm she's
Yeah.
great.
I do play a little bit of League. I've played like a total of 4 times, and I'm terrible at it.
Total of 4 times.
But,
Nice.
yeah. Just-
More time
and
than
that
a
was
lot going
spaced
on
out
in that
over like
game.
the last 8 months. So like.
Nice.
I don't play
Yeah.
League. I played a little bit of League with some of my teaching colleagues for practice for a League of Legends club that we ran last year while we were remote learning. And then we felt like we were ready for the students, and I just got brutally made
I was
fun
gonna
of.
say you are not
Just
ready.
brutally.
That game is so.
Oh no.
I don't
There's
know if
so
finals in the
much.
chat or not, but thank you again for this.
Oh my
beautiful-
goodness! Look at
I
that
saw the picture. Hey.
Oh
It's
wow!
got-
So nice.
Nice.
So nice.
That's
because
gorgeous.
Did not the pictures didn't do it justice. It's gorgeous in person.
Well, I'm
Honestly.
so glad.
Beautiful.
Because like I look at these things and then I look at the stream and I'm like, man, it just looks like this. There's so much detail and like
For sure.
texture, right? Like,
That's
oh
glossed
man,
over
it's-
that. Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I'm so glad that you love it because like I'm just blown away by how artistic she is.
It's beautiful.
Right.
It's
She's
amazing.
Super talented.
All right, let's go get murdered by these.
Let's
one-eyed
do it. Okay, so our
Oh,
warm-up
God, yeah.
question
I'm
for
still
anybody who
hiding
missed
behind
it.
you.
Yeah.
They don't know
For
I'm there
anybody
yet.
who missed
Everyone
it.
is.
Our
That's
role
true.
play warm-up question is:
Yes.
what stereotypical role would your
Oh, yeah.
character play in a 1980s high school comedy movie?
Poodle can go
Does it
first.
have to be only one?
No,
Okay.
but it has to be maximum 2, because
that's fine. That's
people
fine.
who bridge over tweaks were rare to non-existent in those kinds of movies. Okay, Foodle's going first. Okay.
I don't know because this wasn't on the list, but like, wouldn't Poodle be a stoner? Or am I?
Yes.
am I
Oh
just
yeah, that
wrong?
should
No,
be
that-
on the list.
That should be
That
on the
should
list.
be
Yeah.
on the list.
That
Okay,
should
Yeah,
be
I
on the
didn't
no,
list.
see
Poodle
it.
would
There was
totally be a
Skater
stoner.
and Surfer, which Surfer maybe
Right,
yeah.
right.
he's like
Yeah.
because I don't know, he's a little bit more
No, no,
intense
no.
maybe than a surfer.
That would
but-
be
Like Bender.
maybe.
Bender was his name. Bender.
Yeah,
This
like
kid.
from the
I think.
Oh, right.
Bender from
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah yeah.
Yeah,
But
totally.
he's like an outcast, right? There are outcasts too.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could
Spoilers
see
for a
him
movie
being
that
like
came
that.
out like
I
really
can I
long
can
time
see
ago,
Foodle. I can
No,
see
but he's
Foodle
great.
being kind of
I love that
a
movie.
yeah. You don't get too many of them in like the 80s teen
Right,
comedies, but
'cause
like a hippie
Weed was
type.
like not.
Yes. Yeah. Hippie
Okay.
type. That's a good.
He was the
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
that brought the weed. So
Yeah.
mean-
yeah, that's true.
Dazed and Confused is all about that crew. Like so.
Yeah.
Like.
All right.
Um,
Who's next?
I think Kiona would be. I hate to admit this, but I think Kiona would be a jock. Possibly a combination jock overachiever, but definitely.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Especially before her magic happened, that would have been for sure.
Right.
I'm not sure what her magic makes her, but.
There's like one of those jocks who's having an arc right now.
Right,
Yeah,
right. That's
yeah,
right.
showed up in
She's
the
in the middle of
80s,
her
but,
arc,
like,
so she doesn't
yeah.
know. Where...
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit.
It's like she wouldn't quite be like student council president nor prom queen,
No.
but she would kind of be like the captain of a sports team kind of
yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely
thing. Yeah.
Vanessa
and
just said
like-
Foodle's the
and have, like,
entirety of
3
that
days.
70s show.
yeah.
Foodle is the entirety of that 70s show. That's a good one. That's a good
so
one.
true.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Kiona would be on the rugby team,
Yes.
right in the middle of
Oh,
it.
that's such
Yeah,
a
right.
that's such a good sport for Kiona rugby.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next?
I mean, not to. I was gonna wait until everyone else, but no one else talked. Fielding would most likely be the princess. More than likely. she very much is feels as if she's deserving of everything, even though she probably isn't.
He's a popular.
With the smallest amount of basket case mixed in there.
Right.
Yeah.
So Miranda from Monster Prom.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah, completely.
Well, now I'm in love with her.
Join the club. Everyone else is too.
Hi.
No, hold on.
Have you not
Hold
met
on.
her prior to this?
I need to rewrite some of my notes to give Fieldine some plot armor.
My plan succeeded.
Okay. Wolf leader.
I can go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Monster would be like the lower class antisocial one who is like secretly good at something but
Right.
doesn't want to get involved.
Yeah. She's the one who kind of hangs out outside the bathroom wearing the leather jacket and like chewing the gum. And,
Right.
yeah.
Definitely back
it's
in
like
the class, right?
Yeah, but it's like secretly super good at like mechanics or something. Like one of
Yeah.
those.
Hangs out in the corner and smokes a cigarette. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes across the street and smokes.
Yep. Yep. I used to
Sorry,
frequent
that's-
that corner. I had lots of friends at that corner. I was a floater though, so whatever.
Yep. Nice. Leader.
I feel like Goldrill would be like the lone wolf. Kinda like mostly does his own thing, but like isn't, like picked on. It's really the best I can see him doing.
People know not to mess with him.
Yeah, people know not to fuck with him.
Right.
And kind of just
Is he like,
he can kind of
is
just
he like-
mesh in whenever he wants to or needs to.
Is he like the Fawns or something?
I don't know that reference.
Oh my Christ! Dude,
Would
just
Goldrill go up to a
Even I
bar,
don't
just
know.
hit it to make music
Scooter.
stop.
how to make
God.
everyone in this call upset at the same time. 5 simple words to make everyone in this call upset. I don't get that reference. The power I hold in this call is immense.
Oh my god.
Damn it. All right, I'm crawling.
How they all
Inside,
feel.
because-
This is
I
fun,
feel when I
guys.
hear anyone say
Right, I'm out.
I think I can picture Goldrill as Cameron Fry from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
He'll keep calling me. He'll keep calling me.
Megan wants me
Oh my
gone.
Goodness. Oh my goodness. Ferris
Stop
Bueller's Day Off.
being
one of my
so
favorite
young
movies
all the
ever.
time. Damn,
Well,
dude.
stop
Stop
being
being
so
so young.
old.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
that's the problem, right? But I'm gonna blame it on you instead.
And I'm gonna
But
blame
here's
it on
the
Right.
thing,
you.
leader.
Right.
Here's the thing, leader. We can't get younger, but you can get older.
That's
You
right.
can watch these
That's right.
movies
So-
and
So-
learn
You
these
can
references.
get
fault, all right?
So this is on you.
Holy crap,
This
guys.
is you missing cultural things that you should have in your index.
Oh, that's some big brain.
All right,
Oh
well,
my
I
God.
guess that's that. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. That's the end of the stream. This music fits like perfectly with what's happening right now too.
Yeah. Okay, so shall we?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We
Let's
were
go
about
get
to
murdered
get
by
wrecked
one-eyed
by-
girl.
Let's
We
start
shall.
a fight.
Yeah. Oh god.
Chat,
Let's
I'm
start a fight.
putting you away so that you can no longer distract me, especially Volatile Toast, because I always get very distracted whenever you're around.
I know.
So, oh my goodness.
I'm thinking about him right now,
Toast-
and I'm like, oh,
I
shit.
know. I just
Toast
can't get
is
him
a
off my
handsome gent,
Oh no.
a wonderful bruv, as he would say.
It's that
Thinking
it's
of my
that it's that
grandmother.
accent.
Thinking
You
of
know,
my
it's that,
grandmother.
that accent, like James Bond, practically.
Exactly.
Okay. So you journeyed with your caravan through the Austrian Pass. You sought refuge in a mixed orcish and dwarvish settlement called Doroman. It seemed that the inhabitants of Doroman were having their problems of their own with the Bloodfoot Reavers, who've taken control in this mountain pass. And in a recent raid where the Reavers used their favorite technique of trying to tunnel under fortifications of settlements that they're attempting to attack and raid, they broke into some sort of ancient dungeon. Since then, monsters and other strange horrors have been flooding out of the tunnel into the dwarven hold, where the dwarven section of Duroman, carried away their leaders, the dwarven king and the orc chief, who both ventured into the dungeon to try to investigate and deal with the monsters coming from within. You've been sent into the dungeon to try to recover the magic warhammer of the dwarven king called Thundermaul, which will the dwarven king's son, Prince Dorian, not Prince Durian,
Darian?
Prince Dorian.
What it says in my notes, I don't know, man.
Prince Darian, my favorite German dwarf.
Stop. Prince Dorian believes that the Thundermaul has the power to collapse the tunnel and seal the monsters back in. Journeying through this dungeon, you've encountered a new friend in the form of High Elf Fieldine Reedwood, also a sorcerer like Kiona. You've encountered and dealt with many strange creatures, including Grix, slimes, a creature that the dwarves called the Gibberer that nearly drove some of you insane, and a gigantic black boss slime that was holding on to some magical treasures, including a bag of holding and a magical chain shirt. Moving through a locked door, you've finally come to some sort of an odd laboratory where two odd, misshapen, one-eyed creatures calling themselves Nothics have been conducting experiments. And they've revealed to you that they're the ones responsible for breeding, studying, and ultimately sending out the monsters in this dungeon after the dwarves and orcs of Duroman, in service to some kind of god that they have trapped elsewhere in this dungeon. You're not quite sure what the meaning of that was when we last left off, but you did make the decision at the end of last session to attack.
Yes.
Who are we saying goodbye to?
Oh, I was just
Saying hello.
welcoming
Oh, we're saying hello.
Yes.
Hey.
Cypher, thank you for the raid, my dude. How you been? I hope your stream was good.
Welcome, welcome.
All right. So we actually rolled our initiative order before the end of last session.
Now, oh, go ahead.
Well, my question for you was, like, did you want to get? I suppose no. We're going in initiative order because I think Fieldine made the first kind of aggressive move, or they made an aggressive.
You had said at the end of the last one that they would have the people that were holding, the two people I believe that were holding action.
Held action.
They were holding action. Okay.
They would be able to do theirs.
And then we would go into a
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you've changed your mind after reviewing the footage, you're the DM. I'm happy to.
You are correct.
Fieldine
Fieldine did take the first. Essentially, take the first, but they didn't say,
All right.
well, you got to attack or not. Someone go for it, but
Yeah.
it's up to you.
Yeah. Well, if they were holding actions.
Yeah, I know it was Mazra and I, right? I mean, I know Foodle was holding an attack.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Basically-
Mazra was.
Oh,
I thought
it was
I thought it was
Mazra?
Foodle and
me,
Goldro.
yeah.
Okay, it was Foodle and Goldro. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So why don't we start with Foodle then?
Okay.
And
Alright.
Foodle, you can attack either of them. Goldro, looking at your angle,
I can see the
think-
top dude just
think-
barely.
yeah, but looking at your angle, I don't think you have a clear shot. I think you can attack this one.
Oh, shoot! I meant to roll my dice. Oh well, I clicked it. So
I don't even know if I
That's what it is.
I don't
That's
know
good
if I'll be
roll.
able to.
Forget that I have.
I probably
these.
won't be able to attack them because I can only see one, and I think he's the one you're saying is at a weird angle.
Well, this one's
Yeah.
at a weird angle to you here because
this
you would have
one-
to shoot through. Yeah, you'd have to shoot clean
Oh,
through
so
the
you're
wall.
saying this dude I
Right.
can shoot?
This one you can, yeah. Yeah, you have
Okay.
a clear line of sight. So, all right. So, Poodle's got that gimbal shot attack. Jeez, 14. Which one did you attack?
I can only see like an arm of this one, so I was gonna go for this one closer to the middle.
So you attack that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, 14 minus that number is. No, that's not right.
Now this is a
There we go.
DM question. Did it
Yep.
look like the creature took, a hefty hit, or did it look like it kind of shrugged it off a little bit, or did it do no damage? I don't even know.
No, it looks like it took a full hit
Okay. Okay.
off of that. Yeah. So the
That's
bullet
14 points of damage, dude. That's a lot.
blasts into it. It recoils a little bit from the strike, screeches at you. Goldrill, you're attacking the same target.
Yep. I will use the crossbow. Sure. Attack. Crossbow. 14.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is not a hit. But because
Ooh.
you're firing out from behind these boxes, you can take advantage on your roll.
Well,
Still.
lovely. Fantastic.
All right.
Oh.
All right. Kiona, you're up.
Oh.
Been dying to use this spell, so I'm gonna use it. I get a bonus action. I'm gonna use my Misty Step.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I am going to move. I don't know how. Do I cast it? Does it work like that? I could just use
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Um,
Nope, you cast it.
So, and I mean, it takes my slot, but
Insane.
that's
Yeah.
okay.
Because it's verbal.
And then
Yeah, it's verbal. Yeah. So all
Right.
you need to
You
do
could,
is
you
say
could.
something. Yeah.
right. So I will, whisper, go or something. I don't know what you say, and move over here.
'Kay.
So I am far away from people.
Nice.
And so I just casted a level spell. Does that mean I cannot
Yeah.
do another leveled spell this turn? Correct.
That's correct.
Correct.
You can
Okay.
do a cantrip
I can do a cantrip.
Yeah. with your
I could
regular
do my
action.
Firebolt. 1d10 fire damage if it hits. Or I think I'll just use my crossbow actually, 'cause I feel like that has more. Maybe it doesn't. 1d8 plus 3 piercing. Whatever. Fire or arrows, you guys. Which do I use? I could go either way
What
here.
would you want to do? Now, if you're gonna do fire arrows, do you need to light them or anything? I don't know what you're.
Fire or arrows.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm thinking of the shit that Foodle's got. Never mind.
Thought process is arrows take up ammo, fire does not.
Fire does
That's
not. That's
completely up to
true.
you.
That's true. If and okay, all right. So I'll do that. I'll do the firebolt, which is not much, and it doesn't even hit.
Yeah.
So
Not a hit.
Yeah.
Sails over the Nothic's head. They're moving strangely.
it was the first time she
they're-
got to use that during a combat, so she was a little disoriented when she got to the other side.
Yeah, and these are bipedal. These are bipedal creatures, but they have this weird way where they crouch down and sort of crab walk on all fours, kind of thing. I would like you to do. Yep, exactly. But you're safe. You're safe.
Safe for
Yay!
now.
Don't think we have any banked.
I have never actually
Ghost checking so you can just do it anyway.
Wait. one of those rolls so that wild magic happens. I have never.
It's true. You've never had an organic one.
No.
That's hilarious.
I thought you did have one once.
It's always
I don't recall ever having one actually.
I feel
You did
like
both
we
of
would
Shiraz's
know.
wild magic. I'm sorry. Vinyl and I started using an app to keep track of the list, and last week
Oh.
it wouldn't update. But
Oh,
now this
no.
week, it's all updated, but none of them are crossed off, even though I know we did them.
Oh, right.
So I
Yeah,
believe we
I'm
did
pretty
both
sure
of.
we did all
we
of
did-
them last week. Yeah.
I think we did all of them. I
so,
think
yeah.
there's one more.
Classic Toast and
We did
Vinyl both missing each
two-
other because they
Riker
were
thinks there was an
making tea.
organic one time too.
Yeah, we did 2 major
Let's see.
mutations. Okay. There's one more thing banked, but we're not there yet.
Yucky tea.
Okay. The Nothic standing beside the tank holding the corpse of the beholder. It recovers staggers a bit from being hit and just kind of looks down. And it reaches over by the tank and its 3-fingered talon claw wraps around the neck of a lever and it screams, "Prepare yourselves for the dance!" And it pulls the lever down. The tank, the glass on the tank drops and the embalming fluid inside just gushes out all over the floor. And the corpse of the beholder seems suspended in air for a moment before it drops too and flops and rolls out and kind of flattens, sort of flattens out like a blobfish. It sort of the beholder suddenly has this sad clown kind of face, and its laughter is like and then the two sort of start gibbering at each other and bickering. And the one up at the top sort of hisses back, sort of like, "I told you I wasn't ready." And
Thank God, whatever that was failed. Is that terrible? I was expecting that to be really, really bad, you guys.
I know. It's like I don't know what a beholder is, but it sounds bad.
Son of a bitch! I just got closer to that thing.
Ghost doesn't want to
They're
game. Doesn't want
awful,
to DM
they're
the game
awful.
anymore. So here you go.
Here you go.
Oh my
pull this lever to win.
right.
Instant death.
And so instead, this Nothic standing by the lever just turns and glares at Fieldine, and its eye suddenly grows wider and flashes, and you have this cold, heavy feeling in the pit of your stomach as it turns its rotting gaze onto you. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Everyone?
No,
Oh.
just Fieldine.
Chat's discussing if soup and stew would be beef and or vegetable tea.
That's a good question.
12 plus 5, 17.
Yeah, you manage to shrug off this feeling in the pit of your stomach, just sort of, and shake it off. nothing happens to you. And this thing just blares and retreats back behind the tank. Mazra and Foodle's on deck.
Okay, so she's she's still kind of hidden in her box. She will peek out of the box and point at this guy right here. And she is going to try and cast that on it. We'll see if it works or not.
Oh, the laughter.
Okay, so
Finally
that's
using
a
it.
scroll. Is that your scroll?
No, this is my new spell that I got,
you
my last
have
level.
that spell. Oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
This is my
You
last.
got that
My
spell?
yeah, this is my last
Oh.
slot for this time. So basically, yeah, they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
They have
Yep.
to make a saving throw, and you have to make a joke. Play it honest.
Oh my god.
Good
Don't
job.
worry,
Good
you're
job. That's
prepared for
why I
this,
didn't
so.
take the leader
Well,
sheet, 'cause I'd
you
have
got
to
it
make
anyway, so
excuses
it
all the
doesn't
time.
matter.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
You still got to tell us a joke, Wolf.
Yeah,
You
you
have
gotta
to
tell a
still
joke.
tell us the joke.
Come
Yeah, you have to
on,
tell
we
a
need
joke.
Find the worst one you can, since it failed.
Funny joke.
Yeah. No pressure to find an actually funny one. 'Cause it won't
No.
laugh.
That's
It-
true, yeah.
This is the Wolf Corner. Toast will understand.
What? These are really bad.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yep, Wolf's Corner.
I mean, that's the idea, right? It failed, so a bad joke will work.
Vanessa, I know this one. What do you call a fish with no eyes? A fish.
Okay, this doesn't make sense in the world. Just imagine that she was reading a very obscure text about some faraway universe. Did you hear about the Italian chef who died?
No.
He passed away.
Oh my god.
And he's just looking at you confused, like, what? What does that even mean? Do any of those words make sense? I don't really.
Is Italian like elf?
Pretty much.
I'm offended.
Okay,
Hold on, Ghost.
Sorry to
How
any
much
Italian people
psychic
here.
damage do the rest of us take for that?
Yeah, exactly. Everybody takes 1 psychic damage. Megan doesn't even know she gets the joke. It's passed away.
Yeah, he just he's
Pasta.
pronounced it wrong.
Passed away.
Pasta
He
way.
passed away.
works because if anyone here has seen the Foley ship that the Yogscast did, they replaced all the Elvish with Italian, and it is
Right.
No
Amazing.
way.
They
Right,
did, it's
that's
wonderful.
amazing. That's so
Oh
good.
my god,
That's so
that's
good.
incredible.
Okay. Who did you attack?
it's this guy.
Okay.
So basically, that was my turn. Oh, I could
Upon
move. but-
so upon seeing you sort of come out and tell this terrible joke, the Nothic looks more carefully and
Those not blurks.
and the illusion, both of them can just see through the illusion now. It's as if the boxes aren't even there anymore.
I
Both
tried.
boxes or just that one?
Both
Okay,
boxes.
No, I'll be
Yeah.
revealed.
I tried.
You
I
are
mean,
all
Fieldy
revealed.
did walk through both of them,
For a
so
minute. Right.
Well, they weren't.
Yeah, yeah.
They weren't looking.
Yeah,
when
They
she
had
did that.
their backs turned, but
Foodle.
Okay.
And then the other Nothic, and
Oh.
then Fieldine.
I can still move though, right?
Oh yeah, go.
Oh yeah, I
Okay,
remember I
just
rolled
'cause
a
I have bonus,
3
so
on
I am-
this.
I am actually gonna move in here. I'll go around Fielding. 1, 2, 3. So let's move over here.
Okay.
Right, that's a wall. There we go.
I got nothing else. That's
She can't move into the wall, so
all I got.
Foodle.
All right, so Foodle is going to with his bonus action, he's going to reload Gimbal Shot and fire at this one here using my dice. I remembered. Okay. Oh wait, how loud was that on?
It
Didn't
wasn't.
even hear it.
It wasn't
my-
loud.
Oh,
Yeah, we didn't
good.
hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how does this work? So it's a +7 to attack. So I add that to my roll, and then my
Yep.
dex and my proficiency bonus.
So those two
No.
should already be added into that number you added to hit.
Yeah.
So it'll just be the number.
Oh, they already
plus
do.
that number. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
so oh, that's bad. Ooh, 11.
That's no go. No.
Okay, all right. Okay, so
I'm sorry
Foodle-
that your very first roll with those dice is a fail.
I got a 4.
It's an
Okay,
omen.
so
Wasn't a one though,
Foodle-
so
Finally.
Yeah, that's true. So Foodle's
Yeah,
gonna
if
move...
you rolled a 1, you would need to burn those dice immediately. If you rolled a
Right, yeah,
Right?
thanks for this.
Yeah,
1.
yeah. That's dice jail right off the gate. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and that's Foodle's turn.
Cody!
All right.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome
Hey,
to Cody's
welcome.
Universe. How was your stream, my dude? Hey!
All right.
Thank you for
This
resubbing,
one-
Cody.
The northernmost Nothic glares at Mazra for telling that awful joke. And similarly to with Fieldine, its single humongous eye that takes up about half of its face flashes, and you feel that similar feeling of that chill in your bones. Please roll a Constitution save. Is that what it says? Yes, Constitution save.
Ghost has it out for me, folks.
No,
Yeah,
it's
really.
Mazra. It's Mazra rolling this. Yeah, it's
Oh.
Mazra rolling this one. Ties go to the attacker. So you feel like these cold, it's almost like this gigantic cold claw wrap around you and sort of crush you from the inside. And you take 12 necrotic damage.
Ow.
That was the northernmost one, like the. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm making notes.
You're muted, Wolf.
So am I down?
Yep. Sorry.
Wait, Megan's
You're not
saying-
sorry. Don't say that.
I think that's right. Because if you meet the saving throw, you pass.
So you meet the saving
That's
throw,
what
you
I
pass.
thought. Yeah.
That's not okay. That's kind of like reverse of armor class, but okay.
I thought that was what it was. If you
Is.
meet it, you
Yeah.
Yeah, I was-
pass.
It's kind of
It like
yeah,
negated it.
yeah.
True. That's interesting.
That's kind of a yeah. It is reverse.
Okay.
Okay. Why do they do it that way? Weird. Okay, you're not down then. You say you
Yay!
don't take that damage.
Thank you,
Oh.
chat.
Most rules.
Hooray for
Right? Thank you,
rule
chat.
inconsistencies.
Well, and does she still have her half-orc thing where she could come back up?
Nope.
Oh God.
No.
Okay.
I
well,
used
then
it. Yeah, that's what I
Right.
used.
no.
Yeah, that's a long rest. That's a long
Oh,
rest
boy.
ability.
Oh God.
One of us would
Alright.
have had to book the tour and just pour a potion down her throat. That's
Yeah. Yeah. Fieldine, you're up, and Goldjewel's on deck.
Hey, I'll get a turn after 7 years. Love rolling the 3. Turn order.
Okay, so Fieldy is going to. See, 5, 10, 15, 22. What's the range on that? Okay, perfect. She is going to move here, and then is going to cast Aid.
You guys are killing me.
Which is gives a bolster of temporary hit points to up to 3 people. Where's Collie? I don't see Poodle for some reason.
Oh yeah,
around the
Foodle-
corner.
Yeah,
Oh, did
Foodle
you
backed
run
around
away?
the
Oh,
corner.
okay, no
Yeah.
worries.
I didn't want to find out if they had any ranged attacks.
That's fair. That's fair.
It doesn't say that you need to see them though.
Within range. He's out of range if he ran away, so it's fine.
Okay.
What's
Yeah,
the range?
just
Because I
there.
could.
30
Oh,
feet.
okay. Oh yeah.
So
then I have-
Goldrill is out of range too.
That's true. I can't see her either.
Yeah. So it's Mazra
will-
and
Final.
I'm gonna. I'll
AC
go
slash
back one.
DC.
Just as it was less than, so and I should still be able to get
Okay.
everybody. Perfect. So the 3 that I am able to see, which are Kiona, Mazra, and Goldrill. Your hit points currently go up by 5, and your maximum hit points, if you were to get healed, also go up by 5. For 8
and that
hours.
is for 8 hours. Wow.
Whoa, that's amazing.
That's pretty sweet.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Um,
All right.
Yeah, so if you're at max already, you just gain 5 hit points.
So you got your bonus action yet?
Bonus action. Don't have much, so I will sit where I am. No, I can't do that. All right, yeah, I'll sit.
Gotcha. All right, Goldrill, you're up, and then Kiona's next.
Alrighty. So I will, because I can no longer see them, have to move out, so just go. It's right here, I guess, is good. And I'll, I guess I'll take a shot at the top one. Crossbow and...
Just right over its head. Bonus action?
I don't know. Anything?
Okay. Kiona.
Please tell me you know about ACDC.
I do.
I am okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
All right.
I said
I'm
I
gonna
said the
move
slash.
over
The
here.
only reason I said the slash is because we were just talking about AC and DC in terms of the game.
Right.
Gotcha.
I-
Gotcha.
Right. Okay. All right. I'm moving a little bit further over here because that puts me outside of the range of most of the things that could have been centered on me by accident. So of a lot of the things, maybe. And I'm gonna do my scorching ray.
Damn.
And
Whoa.
I am going to target the guy that's closest. Actually, no. I'm gonna target the guy, the northernmost guy, with that. It's got 120-foot range, so that's fine.
Yep. Yeah, and this tank is essentially like empty, and the glass got lowered, and everything, all the liquid
Oh.
dumped out of it. So
Ouch.
Uh-oh.
Critical miss.
Oh, fuck.
I want you to roll one more and see if you hit Fielding with it.
Wait, to roll a
Since that was
scorching
a-
ray?
Yeah. Yeah. One more.
Oh.
Oh, thank God.
Ah, you didn't.
Oh, thank God.
You didn't.
Things could have gone very wrong.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right.
Whew. But
One of
did
those
the
one
first
of those
one
hit. Nope,
Only one of them hit. Okay.
it did not. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
So
one of those hit,
cool.
and it
Oh
was
my Christ. And then I have to do this. Yay. Okay.
a. Okay. Oh, I hit the button too quick. It was taking a while to update. So which one goes? That one. Okay.
The north one.
Yeah. This Nothic
The one that got
uh,
attacked.
scuttles down into melee range with
Yeah,
Kiona.
come close to me, bitch, and then I'm gonna wild magic surge in your face.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. And it makes 2 claw attacks against you. So they have multi attacks, so they get to make 2 claw attacks.
Okay.
D20.
Can't wait for each of them to do like 30
There's
damage.
the first one. There's the second one. So I assume the second one hits.
Ooh, that hits. Holy shit.
And I
does
assume
that hit.
the first one does not.
Right.
So we'll go.
Not yet, Salem.
Thankfully. not
6
yet.
damage.
Oh, almost.
All right.
6 slashing damage.
Cool.
All right. And does it have any bonus actions? Doesn't seem so. Okay. Mazza, you're up. Foodle, you're on deck.
So she is gonna go after the one because Kiona's in danger, so whatever. And she actually is going to and maybe this will work or not. I think what she's gonna do is she kind of knows where it is, and she's gonna like proceed in that direction. She has enough movement without having to like super rush. I think what she's gonna do is actually kind of lower her gaze a little bit, so she's like half looking at the floor, and is gonna move over here. And how big are these things? Are they like, how tall are they? Like generally?
Well, like, yeah, they're like short human size.
Okay,
like
so
5 foot 6, 5 foot 7 kind of thing.
Okay, so that'll be her movement, and then she's gonna attack using her dagger since her sword is a little bit messed up now. So I think she does get sneak attack because Kiona's on the other side of it. Okay. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Doesn't hit it, but I think I think what she's gonna do is let me know if she can do what she's gonna kind of do is I think she's gonna stay there, but kind of try and turn her head a little bit so she's not looking at it. And I don't know if she can do that. Can she say something as like a half action or whatever?
Yeah.
Or is that,
Yeah,
okay.
you can say like a short phrase as a free action.
Okay, what she's gonna say is, Kiona, don't look at it. Or like, Kiona, don't look in its eye.
Fiona will hear that and directly avert her gaze.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Foodle.
Okay, Foodle is going to bonus action reload, and then come out here. And oh wow, you guys are really okay. And he's gonna take a shot with gimbal shot here, and I'm gonna roll this dice. Come on! Ooh, that is a 25 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit.
Okay, and then a D12. Oh shoot, that's going everywhere. Oh, okay. 13. And has it been damaged? Is it damaged?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a D8 and use this thing. Should I post it in chat? The Colossus Slayer.
Nope. Yeah,
Okay.
we know what it is.
Okay. Oh, a 1. There we go. 14 damage.
14 damage.
Very
Okay. So I would have that much left if my math is correct. And I am an English teacher, so it might not be.
You're an English teacher?
Yep.
I thought you were.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were mainly a history teacher. Do you just like do both evenly?
Yep. I'm both.
Yeah. When you're a teacher, you generally teach more than one thing.
I've also been a
Well, it depends on what
drama
level
teacher,
of teacher you are.
a career
Well-
education teacher, and a sex ed teacher.
Yeah, like like.
Can I just sit? I would be silent. I would be silent. Can I just audit one of your classes, one of your sex ed classes? Can I just sit in the back of the room?
I haven't
I
done that.
just really
I haven't done
want
that in a while.
To be there to do that.
But a great story from that is I was giving a talk to boys, and one young man's friend leaned over and whispered something to him that was apparently so funny that he threw his head back and laughed, and then he slammed his own face on his desk and chipped a tooth.
What? What did his friends say? Wait.
I have no
I have no
idea
idea.
about a
I
joke
have
that
no
was
idea.
that funny.
No, I mean,
Right?
and I was there for your ridiculous stream.
Yeah.
I just don't
Holy
even.
I have no idea. That was a very awkward phone call to
No kidding.
go home and
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
by the way,
teacher
your
class
child
and,
slammed his own face on his desk. I did not slam
Incredible.
his face on his desk. He slammed his own face on his desk. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. That's one of my favorites. That
Oh,
kid
right.
that kid is long graduated by now, and came back to visit me the other week, and is a very accomplished young man now. So.
Oh,
You will always hold a fond spot in his heart because you were the one who made him chip a tooth.
Basically, if he ever runs for office, he better remember me. So- All right.
Alright, so 14 damage, and then Foodle's gonna
That's it.
scoot back in here, and that's
Yep.
it.
Okay.
I like Foodle's,
He's
Foodle's
like,
strategy is
"Bye."
like coming out, going back in, coming
See you
out,
later.
going back in.
See you, suckers!
All right. This one up here is going to. Oh. Yeah. This one up here is gonna try the long distance attack on Kiona. Good guess of the averting the gaze thing, but apparently it don't matter. So yeah, Kiona, just as you're averting your gaze, you're starting to feel that cold, heavy feeling in deep in your chest. You think it might be your little harp string at first, but no, this is something else. Please roll a Constitution saving throw. Ooh.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Oh,
Goodbye,
no.
Kiona.
You take
bonus points in
12
that too.
Oh no. You take 12 necrotic damage.
That brings me down to 9, you guys.
Rip.
So it's just that feeling of like cold death rolls over you and grips you tight in its grasp. Fielding, you're up. Goldrill, you're next.
Bruce, you muted.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was talking to myself. No worries. I didn't want anyone
I
to
do
know.
that.
All right. So, using one of her sorcery points, she is. No, I'm lying. I lied to you, and I apologize. She's going to cast a spell, but at 3rd level, which is Tasha's Mind Whip. You have to make, because it is at 3rd level, she is targeting both of the Nothics, and
Oh,
they
wow.
both have to make a intelligence saving throw.
That's hot. Kiona is so crushing.
Can you throw
13.
the spell in chat so we
Yep.
can see?
Will do. There you go.
Nice. Oh, I love this. I love that spell.
It's a good one. That's a good one.
Now, monsters in their stat block
Huh?
don't have saving
For
throws.
saving throws, you usually just
particular.
use the stats.
You just
they
use
have
the
as
bonus,
saving
yeah.
throw.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, it's they don't usually.
It's one of
Oh,
those
that one
things
failed.
that give
Yes.
the player characters a little bit of a leg up.
You know, I just want to explain something to chat real quick. Yeah, I don't know what causes it, but every once in a while the cameras like freeze. I have to just click back into Discord. It
Alright,
goes
so
back
they
to
both
normal.
failed,
Oh, really?
and
Yep.
that's
Get him.
3d6, I think. Yeah, 3d6.
Beat him up.
Oh,
Oh,
12 and 16 points of psychic damage.
Ooh.
okay. This music is too calm. I gotta...
That's beautiful.
Wow.
That is so hot. Kiona is like, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The 3 people that can see Fieldine see her hands
Better.
come up like this. A large blue spectral clock appears in front of her. The 2 arms of the clock stay while the clock itself dissipates. Her hands go like this, and the 2 arms of the clock shoot out towards each of the Nothics. When they strike their head, large black tentacles pop out of their heads and stab them into their necks.
Yeah, and these things are just like, and they're like, Gollum like retreating down.
Super hot.
The one adjacent to Mazra and Kiona is looking very hurt right now. Goldrill, you're up.
Okay, so Ghost, remind me, is there like a cooldown for the breath weapon?
It should say in your breath weapon description.
I thought it was once a day, but
I don't
this was
remember.
Yeah,
a
I
while
think
ago, so I wouldn't trust my memory.
I think my description just says up to 2 creatures within,
Okay.
which I don't even know what that means.
Breath weapon. You can't use it again until you complete a short or long rest. So have you used it since you took a short rest?
No, I used it.
No.
I used it at some point, and then we took a short rest just before coming into here.
Okay. So you've got it.
All right. So I guess I will. Oh. There. Perfect. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, I can just barely see him through my field of view, so I'm just
Will
gonna.
that
my
hit me and Mazra?
goodness.
No, it's
No.
a five
Mazda?
a 5 by 30 line. I position
Okay.
myself perfectly to hit those
Oh,
two.
that's
Beautiful.
sick.
Beautiful.
So, hold on, it has to hit first before it's
True.
beautiful. In which it
Yeah.
Well,
definitely will. Boom.
it's good planning.
DC 10.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a
So
save.
they make
Oh,
saves.
right.
Yeah.
Forgot it's a save thing.
So first one is the one closest to you. It passes that save, so I think it's half damage, right? On a failed save.
I believe so. Yeah. Snaz coming in with the 800 bits.
Oh my goodness! Here we go. It's Oz.
Thank you. I haven't
yeah,
had any wild
save
magic
effect
surges,
half
and I've
damage.
cast
Yeah, so
so many spells.
Save
So
takes
you're.
half
True.
And the second one succeeds as well. So
Damn.
both take
they
half
both take
damage.
6, which is still
Snaz,
pretty
I
good.
just gotta say, watching Loren play Phasmophobia with you is probably the highlight of my month.
Were they
It was
screaming?
the fun. Oh,
Yes.
Loren.
Now here's the question:
Okay.
were they just playing desktop version?
I don't know.
What do you?
There's VR version of that game, and it is
Oh
way
my God.
worse.
I would have an actual heart attack. if
I played
was
it in
playing
VR,
that
and it was
VR.
very hard to not like cry.
No, I could not do that.
Wait.
I would be crying in a corner somewhere.
So the you unhinge your jaw, and just this arc of lightning shoots out across the laboratory, and Mazar and Kiona both are like very close. You each of you feel like a little bit of like a hard
You get
static
that,
shock,
that feeling in your teeth, like you're chewing on aluminum foil, like
yeah,
that.
exactly. Like you get that, yeah.
Awful.
Not enough to deal 1 HP of damage, but consider yourselves for like flavor purposes to have taken like 0.9 HP of damage.
You have very fuzzy hair now.
Yeah, you do have. Each of you has very fuzzy hair. Yeah. But the Nothic in front of you just gets hit full force with this lightning, and it's almost like, these things sound pretty funny when they're talking, so it's almost like a cartoonish like and it just falls in a heap on the floor, just charred and smoking. This one is dead.
Yeah,
This one
Hell
takes
yeah.
Thank you, Goldrill.
I've done something.
6
Yeah, man.
damage and is looking very hurt.
Is,
Kiona, you're up.
is this what it's like to actually hurt an enemy? I wouldn't know after that last battle.
I can move 30 feet. Let's see. Hold on.
By the way, Megan's got a good point. I don't think that's how they sound. You got to make the actual voice and do the thing,
I did do the actual voice.
It didn't sound like the actual voice to me. It sounded like you changed the voice because you didn't like it.
What actual voice?
The voice.
No, that's their voice. That's the voice I use. I'm not doing the electrocuted thing over again. That's the one. I'm not
You totally
doing that
should.
again. No.
You can't just
No.
argue
Sound like
with.
your mic
If
was
you missed
cutting
your
out.
chance to clip it, too bad. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. All 3 of them
They
miss.
got-
It's awful.
All 3
That
of
was
them miss.
awful.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, these things, they're skittery. They dodge from side to side. This one managed to dodge out of the way of the lightning and then crouch down on all 4s as the scorching rays lanced over its back. Please roll. You rolled your wild magic surge, and Snozberries redeemed a wild magic surge, and
Yeah,
so
saw that
with
coming.
that harp string playing deep in your chest and the taste
pissed now.
of snozberries on your mouth. The taste of snozberries that taste like snozberries.
The
Got a
snozberries
74.
like snozberries. A
So what is
74
snozberry
is
1?
a random creature within 60 feet of you becomes poisoned for 1d4 hours.
Wait, random?
Random.
Oh god. That our odds are not good.
Guys,
Wait,
Shit.
60
Wait,
feet. That's
within
everybody.
6. Oh
That's
no!
everybody.
No, even
That's-
Foodle.
Everybody.
Yep.
Oh,
You
no.
guys.
So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's a 1 in. Oh no!
We're gonna
This is
assign.
amazing. This is amazing.
Okay.
There's
we're
a
gonna
1 in
assign-
6 chance.
You guys.
So the Nothic is a 1. Mazra.
Could the Nothic be
that's
like
the
a
wrong-
3
the
or
wrong
something?
Noth.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
nope,
I'm
nope.
never gonna roll
Okay.
a 1.
Well, I'm doing it according to the initiative order. So
Oh, I see. Okay.
Mazra is a 1, Foodle is a 2, the Nothic is a 3, Fielding is a 4, and Goldrill is a 5. Okay? So we're gonna roll.
Okay.
Kiona count, though?
D5.
That's around her.
No, she doesn't count.
I don't think
for
it
that.
counts. Yeah.
No, it doesn't
I mean,
count self. I don't think. It could.
It says a random creature within
Random
60 feet of
creature
you.
within 60 feet of you. Doesn't say other than yourself though.
It doesn't.
Usually-
so it's
usually it'll
possible that I
specify.
could count. So
Okay. So I'll roll a d6 and you'll be a
roll a
number
d6.
6.
Alright. Sorry.
Oh,
Fielding.
It's Fielding.
I'm sorry, Fielding.
No!
I'm sorry.
That's
I
the
love you,
worst
Fielding.
one!
I'm sorry, Fielding.
Fielding, you suddenly
No, I'm
you
sorry.
suddenly feel sick to your stomach.
Oh,
God.
Just
Sorry.
there's this twang inside Kiona, and she just like seems to vibrate with magical energy for a second, and then there's this shockwave that can best be, it's silent to everyone else, but to you, Fielding, it can best be described as like you've been hit by the brown note. And you suddenly just your stomach ties itself
Holly.
in knots. Does it say poisoned?
What?
Is that what it says?
Poisoned for 1d4 hours.
So you now have the poisoned condition, which says a poisoned creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
god.
Not saving throws, but basically every other roll. Attack
For
rolls
the
and
next
ability
how long?
checks.
Can I roll this one?
1d4.
Yep, you can roll that.
Yes.
It's only 1 hour.
1 hour.
It's only 1 hour. It's only 1
1 hour.
hour.
So you suddenly feel like, you know,
I'm
the
sorry, I'm
flu
sorry.
has just whammed into you.
Sorry.
All right. Mazra, you're up. And then Foodle's on deck. All right.
Fucking
Alright, I was-
showgrass.
I was writing down next time at store buy anti-poison potions. Okay. She will move to attack the other guy. So she'll move here, and attack this dude.
That's a hit.
Okay, and she does get the sneak attack because of
Okay.
that.
Yep.
That's what 2d6.
Oh my god, 2d6.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that everything?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, Foodle.
Alright, so Foodle's gonna pop out here and go, oh, that one's dead, and then move up here. Oh my God. And bonus action reload and shoot gimbal shot at this thing here. Here we go. Oh, that is a 10. Nope.
10 total.
10 to hit. Yeah.
Oh no! Yeah, the rifle
three.
cracks and the bullet sails wide.
Oh, I knew I'd miss. Roll 20.
The
All right.
Nothic, on its turn, suddenly collapses to the ground and puts its hands over its head. He goes, "No, sir, mercy, mercy! Please don't kill me! Please don't kill me!"
That's a first, you guys. I'm not sure what to do right now.
Fielding, you're up.
Bruce, I think there's one thing
You're
you should
muted.
yell right now.
Brucey, you're muted.
I'm not talking. I'm contemplating.
Contemplate.
Eh. Fielding. Yeah, that works. Merci is not something for abominations like you. And pulls out her staff, extends it, points it at it, and shoots a ray of frost.
Is that a roll?
Yeah. 17 plus 6.
That hits.
Was that a 17 at disadvantage? Damn.
Oh yeah, you have disadvantage.
Attack rolls. It does not
Attack-
specify
it-
spell attacks, though.
It says attack
Does it
rolls.
mean melee or
I think it
I
just
think
means
spell attacks
anything
count
that's an
as
attack.
attack rolls.
attacks as well?
Yeah.
Would you allow me
Let
to
me
use my
see.
reaction in place? Because I can, if you would allow me to.
Your reaction.
I can fix this if you allow me to use my reaction for this turn. Yeah, it says attack roll, so it probably would mean this. If you will allow me to use my reaction now in place of any other time. If not, I will roll again.
I'm gonna say roll again because you're on
Okay.
your turn now. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
11 plus 6.
Still a hit. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
So what's your damage?
I'm gonna throw this up there just for chat. That is a. Yeah, it's only a D8, but that's not bad. Not bad. 5 cold damage.
Okay. So tell me what happens to this poor creature as you kill it.
So as she sort of extends her staff out, says, "Abominations like you do not get mercy." A bright blue streak goes out of the tip of her staff and strikes the eyeball. And as it strikes the eyeball and sort of gets absorbed by the body of the Nothic, the entire thing starts to crystallize in the heap on the ground it is, and then it stops moving, and a faint mist rises from the frozen corpse.
Yeah,
That's
and then
beautiful.
Frozen solid.
Fiona like sighs. She's like, "That's beautiful."
And with that, she sort of looks around to everybody. Is there anything else you see? If not, we may continue.
Just that thing in the middle. I don't. Is it? It's dead, right? It's dead, right?
Can we tell if it's dead, Ghost?
Roll and investigate.
We're out of turn order now.
Yep.
Well, Golcho doesn't know anything.
That's 11.
Is Foodle investigating as well?
Are you still
Foodle-
not?
Well, what Foodle wants to do is come over. I don't know what you guys are investigating, but he wants to look at the bodies of these things and try to figure out what they are.
Okay.
We're investigating the beholder in the
Oh,
center.
okay, go
to
for
make
it.
sure it's dead.
Yeah. All right. So basically, Kiona, Mazra, and Fielding, you're looking at this thing over, and you're, yeah, it's definitely dead. And Kiona, do you see the incision on this side? It looks like it got killed by some sort of spell here, some sort of scarring on it, right? And you're doing like this whole CSI thing, and Goldrill is just sort of standing behind you, and yes, and as you say something, he kind of like repeats it just half a beat after you say it. Yes, scarring. Yes, it looks like some kind of magic attack, Hilly.
It, like pokes it.
Yep, Goldrill will poke it.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, and when you poke it, its flesh sort of just like your finger doesn't sink into it, but it's pent up like a lot of like gases and stuff, and it just sort of.
So it's just like a balloon.
Right.
May Fielding
I think it's dead.
cut off one of the eye stalks.
I was gonna do that too. Oh my god.
Bunch of weirdos.
There are
having such a crush on both of you.
there are how many eye stalks does a beholder have, or is it normally
I think it
random?
differs
There
depending.
there are
Not sure.
plenty of
my
plenty
God.
of eye stalks for each of you to cut off an eye stalk.
Nice.
For each of you two to do it. Yeah.
Money.
If Kiona
maybe.
sees them do it, she will also do it.
I'm so sorry, Foodle.
No. Foodle's over here looking at this thing, going,
All
"Well,
creatures
it's-
great and
it's
small.
purple."
I shall keep this for
I rolled a six.
investigation later. And she puts it in her bag.
And Kiona will nod and cut one off too and store it in an empty healing potion bottle.
I will take
Okay.
like 5 of them or 6 and just wrap them up in a thing.
Okay, there are 8 in
Yeah.
total.
Okay. Mhm.
So
I'll-
if we're doing this, you guys decide how you're divvying them up.
I only need one. We good. It's for a friend, I swear.
Foodle's just watching Mazra do this, like,
No.
It's for a friend.
well-
You're harvesting the lower horn for a friend.
While they're doing that, Goldrill's gonna go up and search these tables to see if there's anything useful on them.
Yes.
So, Foodle,
they
you-
seem to have been some sort of scientists. It might be good to look at the tables.
So, Foodle, you did an investigate on the frozen creature. It's this weird, gangly being. Like I said before, they appear to be bipedal, but they also appear built to sort of squat down and skitter around on all fours, which you sort of witness. Its hide looks hard, maybe a little bit chitinous, but still made out of still fleshy. That eye at the middle of its head, you with your low roll, you find yourself like morbidly drawn to that eye, and you're just distracted by it. Like, oh, that looks terrible.
If
Alright.
we look at the non-frozen one, because that one's kind of fucked. Was there anything on them themselves, or were they just sort of only the creature?
They were not carrying anything on
Cool.
them themselves. No.
And are there any? I mean, I would assume there would be books of any kind, be it notes or printed books on the tables at all.
Well, I can
There's-
see a book.
Lots of stuff. Yep. There's
See
lots of
what's-
stuff. There's you can see books, rolled up parchment, documents that are splayed out on the tables, all sorts of lab equipment sort of bubbling and foaming, test tubes with liquids being mixed together with, what are those little glass like tubes that pull something like siphoning
Do
from
they
one
have
tube
names?
to
I
another?
don't know if they have.
Beakers?
I'm sure they do.
No, the beakers
No,
are
the
the
beaker is the
containers.
container.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Fielding
Um,
will walk over to each of the
Before-
tables one by
Before
one.
you do, sorry, leader rolled an investigation for something
yes.
else, and I missed what
Before.
that was.
I was just saying if there was anything useful on the tables.
Okay, yeah. All right, we'll resolve that at the same time because I assume Fielding, you're going for the same thing, right?
She is going to go to each table individually and grab at random. She's not going to look at them. A book from each table,
Mhm.
and 2 rolled up parchments from each table, and put them in her bag.
Okay. All right. And
oh.
Goldrill, you're looking at the table. You find this strange there it is. You find this strange sort of jar that's sealed with a kind of cloth at the top and then roped off. And I'll post a link to an image of it in the Roll20 chat if anybody wants to take a look at that. But basically, you find this little tub or jar on one of the tables that is roped off and
Slube.
held shut with a wax seal. It is a 4-gallon tub of lube, the likes of which
It's
you
for the gobstopper.
purchase
Oh my
on
god.
Amazon. All right, but you
Okay.
can't tell what it is. If you were to, like with everything else, you need to spend a short rest to be able to decipher what some of these things are. But that's what you found.
So it wasn't actually lube.
No, probably not.
Well, you
I
don't
mean,
know.
We don't know until
You don't know.
It
I
might be.
s-
You don't know.
it could
might
be.
be.
It better not be.
I mean,
It's Shagraz's
anything's
magic
lube if you're
lube.
brave enough.
Cully.
What? No, I don't think that's a saying.
I think it is. I think we need to timestamp that one, Woof. I think
No,
it's
the real saying's anything's a dildo if you're brave
If
enough.
you're brave enough is definitely
All
a
right,
phrase.
So as
Final, you see
as
what your
Goldrill-
husband is saying?
We love
as
you.
Goldrill picks
Love-
up that jar, Fielding, and at the same time Fielding's picking up books. I am a purveyor of books as well. Me and my colleagues, we keep them in a library for reference in the future.
So Foodle's gonna pull himself away from the mesmerizing eye of this dead thing, and he's gonna kind of glance around and then look over at Fielding and say, "Fielding, where are we? Like, what are these runes on the ground? Do you know anything about this place? Like,
Do I, Ghost?
Roll an Arcana check with disadvantage
Okay.
because you're
Has
feeling
that poisoned
sick
you?
right
I'm
now.
so sorry. And Kiona will eventually come around and apologize to Fielding for that.
Accidents do happen, my dear. Do not worry.
Oh, that's a
They
cool
happen
jar.
To me, a lot more than they happen to other people, but I'm sorry.
Damn. Arcana, 7. I rolled so well, but the disadvantage.
Uh,
oh no."
Captain Obvious here you're in some sort of a magical laboratory.
Just seems like
What?
some sort of magic laboratory. I do not know. My apologies.
It's like if you ever watch the series Hot Ones on YouTube, where they eat progressively hotter hot wings and ask progressively more personal and esoteric questions. By the time they're at number 10, Sean Evans will ask like a really like intellectual question that's like up here, and even the smartest person that's a guest on the show is just like, huh?
Yeah, you all heard that disembodied sound of.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to know, and I think Mazra does too, what this little staircase seems to be here at the back.
Does that
of
go
the room.
down or up?
Is
I
that
can't really tell.
Goes down.
Down. These stairs go down.
where does it go down
These
to?
stairs go down.
I'm sorry.
Where does it go down to?
To another level. You
Well,
can't
If
see.
you
It's
would
pretty
like
dark
to
down there.
continue down, there seems
Sorry,
to
Ghost.
be,
Who were
as
you
you
saying
have
was Captain?
I mean,
mentioned,
we haven't
some
found this
stairs.
hammer thing yet.
Well, that's what I was about to say. We should check the room for the hammer, right?
We
We-
seem
we
to
haven't
have
really
looked
looked at the
around
hammer.
this one at least quite a
I
bit.
mean, I
so we
feel
might as
like
well
I don't
continue.
see it anywhere here, and I would
Okay.
see it here, right? I think we would all see it here. It's probably pretty obvious.
Do I find it?
Leader, what was your question?
Mazra,
What?
is it there?
Well, you said my name.
Oh, I just said. Sorry, Ghost. Who's Captain Obvious? He's just like, yep,
Yeah,
it goes down
yeah.
to
Oh
a
yeah.
place.
Well,
I want to go
Can't
down.
put all my
West
cards on the
Virginia.
table.
Mhm.
I can only say that I've been to West Virginia, and I find the core premise of that song to be non-believable. Sorry, anybody who's from West Virginia.
Wait,
I literally
what
only
song?
know that line in that song. So.
Wait, what song?
No, West Virginia is a lovely place.
What's it called?
No.
I don't know.
You
Mountain
say
Mama?
Country Road.
Country
Road.
Country Road.
Yeah.
That's what it is,
Yeah.
Oh,
Country
I,
roads, take me home.
country, yeah.
Yeah, so
But I-
Mazra,
West
Mazra is investigating the
Virginia,
room.
Mountain Mama.
Okay, so Mazra is you're investigating this room.
Right.
You find several more things. You do not find a Kali, that's my fault. You do not find the Thunder Maul or anything matching the description of a dwarvish warhammer. You do find what you think is a magic scroll and two potion bottles marked with some very ornate wax seals sealing them shut. And it looks like they're filled with like seawater. So you do find that. You also, as you're sort of sifting through some of the papers on the table, you notice that some of the notes are written in a strange language. It's almost like you pick this note up and you gotta like what and you turn it on its side and you turn it outside and you look at it again and the writing just doesn't make any sense, right? It just doesn't make any logical sense, and this seems a little bit familiar to you. Also scrawled on the same documents are some notations in the same language and in fact the same writing style, which you can now surmise is probably the Nothic's handwriting, written in the same script on the storage door as well as on the door where you found the large black slime.
Was it like in the margins?
Is
Yeah, in the margins
okay,
and all around, and there's like certain parts are circled and a line leading to these notes in the margin.
Is it similar to the writing that was in that dungeon on my farm?
You go up and look at it.
Yes.
Yep. You look at it, you instantly recognize it. Oh yeah, ding, light bulb. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same writing as was on the obelisks and on the daises that held the obelisks.
You guys. I'm gonna touch it.
Wait,
Can I touch it?
No.
We want to do
Okay,
this.
you
We want
touch
to do
it?
this now.
Goldrill's just gonna look at Kiona and then just back away without a
You
word.
just. It's almost as if, as soon as you touch it, it's almost as if time
Behind.
stops around you. The voices of your companions fade away. The only thing that you can feel is that harp string in your chest, just boom, and the vibration lasts this time. You
Can I
are.
read it?
You can't read it.
I can't read it. Okay.
Don't know what it says. You only know how it feels. You have a feeling of being transported back to your childhood, to carefree days, but not ones that you remember.
Right.
You're
This
not on.
vague
You're
feeling
not
of
on
happiness
the,
that I
yeah.
get, even though
You're
I've
not
had
on the
only
ranch.
bad experiences.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're not on the ranch.
Right.
You're with a woman.
A shadow woman or a woman I know?
A woman you know, but a woman whose features you can't make out.
Okay.
She's knelt down next to you, and you are dutifully kneeling down next to her in a circle with other people who are also similarly indistinct. And they're talking, but the language that they're speaking is something incomprehensible. It's almost like in a dream where the words are just garbled. So it's like Charlie Brown teacher, like wah 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 wah. You don't know what they're
Right.
talking about, but you feel safe and you feel at home. You don't understand what they're saying. You understand that it's important, that it has something to do with you. And you're not afraid, not particularly happy in that childish way of being happy, but you're not afraid. And you know that you feel a sense of pride almost,
Right.
right? Like
right.
a child does when they've been given a responsibility or a
Right,
job, or
yeah.
when they're being part of a circle of adults who are talking and
Right.
having an important conversation. That's the kind of feeling that you have. And then as quickly as it comes, you are snapped back, and that feeling in your chest fades away to nothing. And you're back in this laboratory room again.
Yoda, are you okay? I'm worried about you. You look really hurt.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
It was this, wasn't it? She like
don't
holds up
know.
the papers.
Yeah. Things are familiar to me, and I don't know why, but I don't know. There's not anything I can give you here, I think. No good information I've got. I can't read them.
I'll deal with it later then. She'll fold up the papers and like stuff them in her bag.
Familiar? Like you've been here before?
Maybe not here. I mean, I don't know where. But somewhere.
There are many distant worlds that are very similar to our own. They have slight connections to ours. I am not certain, but there is a possibility that there is something that is connected to you in some way?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. My magic seems to be different from everybody else's, so maybe.
It's quite fascinating to me.
Yeah,
You're not the
I
only
mean,
one.
you were just standing there. What happened?
It was like a memory. I just don't remember it very well.
Do you tell us what Ghost said, or is that it?
I probably won't divulge the whole
That's why
memory.
I asked.
Yeah, just something from my childhood, something vague. I'll say something like it was a gathering from my childhood or something like that. Like,
Fielding
Okay.
walks up to the group, starts sort of. She is very lanky and a very tall person, so when she motions, it's quite extravagant. I know many people in this world that are purveyors of magic. A lot of them have the skills to do things I cannot. That is, I gather people to make a collective of sorts. I only have a few at the moment, but our numbers are growing. If at some point in the future you would like to speak to one of the people I know, I would not oppose.
well, thank you. I think I would like that. I need to
Now,
find out more about my magic. So,
now, with that all settled, shall we continue?
Yeah, but Mazra and Kiona, you both look pretty rough. Are you guys doing okay, or?
well, I suppose I could take a healing potion now in case anything
doing
happens.
I'm doing all right.
Okay.
Mazra's actually okay because Fielding healed, gave us hit points back. So Mazra's like doing
Right.
pretty okay
Right.
actually. Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Actually,
Okay.
my dear, motioning to Mazra, I apologize. I am terrible with names. You were.
Oh, I see what's happening here. Fielding. Yeah. What's your name? Mark? Whatever.
What are you asking, elf woman?
Your name. She
Just
wants your
asking
name.
for your name? I do not
Mazra.
remember.
Why?
Mazra. You seem to get in the thick of the fighting, is that correct?
Generally.
Well, this might be a little bit of help then. Waves her hand, and then the blue diamond shapes, 3 of them appear hovering around your shoulders. So now you have the 3d8s to lessen damage if you take it.
Sparkles.
Oh, that's dope.
That's really cool.
What was it again? I'm sorry.
3d8.
D8s. So if you take damage, you can roll between 1 and 3. Once they are rolled, they're expended, and you can lessen damage if you take it.
Oh, Mazra's getting the damage reduction this time.
I've done it to you twice, dude.
I know. I'm just saying. It's nice.
I gotta spread it
Nice.
around a bit.
That wasn't me being like, oh, you should only be mine.
Well, we should keep
And
looking.
once
Oh, sorry.
again, tapping the chin of Kiona, since it has elapsed. I will cast protection from energy against. We'll continue with acid just in case. So you have resistance. You take half damage if you take acid damage. That is for you.
Thank you.
Unless there is something else.
I think this is amazing. If anyone needs to heal, do it now. Maybe I should go first. I could check for traps, that sort of thing. But we need to find this mall, and if we're really lucky, we'll find the king down here, right? Do you guys think we should be sneaky, or just check for traps and head down there, or what? It's
I
down
think
the
we should
stairs,
be
right?
quiet at any rate.
Okay.
It helped us here, right? Like they didn't know we were all here in the beginning, and that seemed to help
Oh, okay.
a little bit.
All right. So Foodle's gonna start moving forward toward the stairs.
I will make a note of this. Kiona won't actually take that healing potion. She will. She will.
Oh, she's banking it. Okay.
And as Foodle's heading down the stairs with whatever his movement is while doing this, he's gonna check for traps.
Okay. To roll investigation or perception, whichever you prefer.
Oh!
Mazra will help him.
There are no traps here.
All right, there don't seem to be any traps
100%
here,
no traps done.
so I think we're okay. Follow me.
Yep, no traps. No traps.
So Foodle's gonna head down the
So
stairs.
safe.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Anything-
follow Poodle.
Okay. Anything else anybody's doing before we move on to the next thing?
Foodle's gonna reload his musket, but that was.
Oh, yeah.
Want to take like a 5-minute break? I just
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. If we're
Yeah,
ready and
fine.
we've done our healing and we set ourselves up to move forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fielding's gonna
Oh,
hold
I could.
the magic missiles for if we see any more of the creatures that we've seen previously
Okay.
as we
Um,
walk.
I'm thinking I'm gonna create some spell slots, but I'm gonna have to look at that to see how many.
All right, I will grab liquids to hydrate before Pie
Drink.
breaks into my home.
Yeah. Pi is only taking care of us.
So I will be right back.
Thank you,
Yes,
Pi.
thank you, Pi.
I'm gonna hold a true strike, by the way. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back as well in 1 second.
Foodle's
just
gonna
chill.
cast minor illusion and just be holding like just a beautiful ornate goblet for no reason
Hey,
at all.
with you, Shiraz.
All right.
You
Yeah,
guys.
Foodle just makes another box.
Oh yeah, that's even better. Foodle's just holding a tiny crate.
Tiny
Just a
box.
little, just a little box.
Just a little miniature crate.
I'm trying to keep this as extravagant as possible for you, chat. It's all for you.
I love fielding. I really do. I am.
Describing how spells work within your character is my favorite thing in the world.
So
Honestly,
cool.
I'm sorry I
I-
do it too much.
I need to get
No,
into
I love that
that
you do
more
it, like-
because I love when you do that,
Yeah.
and I just don't have. I don't have the like. I don't.
I have nothing better to do with my imagination. So
I'm just throwing fire
So cool.
people.
I love it.
I'm just.
no,
Wanna tell me
not
what
to like,
Fiona saw, Shiraz?
yeah,
Shiraz,
not
were you
to.
not here?
Shiraz wasn't here. That's
Were you not
That's
here when
blasphemy.
Ghost was telling what I saw?
it's Megan.
Megan!
Hi, Megan.
Hi, Megan. Hello, my love.
How are you?
Was Shiraz not around when Ghost described what I saw in the papers?
I don't know. I know that Shiraz has been like in chat all night, but I don't know if he was
Right. If you just-
AFK at the time. Or if he,
I
it's
saw-
sometimes hard to tell if Shiraz is just giving you sass.
Yeah,
Right,
right, exactly.
No, there wasn't a secret thing. He just described that scene with me as a child in a like magic circle of some sort.
Oh yeah, and I was just trying to determine what Foodle knew.
Megan!
Because I mean, I heard everything, but like,
Right. But Foodle didn't.
Yeah,
Didn't experience it. So Kiona would have only glossed over the
Yeah,
details.
not
of
to
that.
like throw onto Critical Role because it's what everyone freaking talks about all the time. But the way Liam O'Brien describes the way he like does spells as Caleb Widowgast in Critical
Yes.
Role is the best part for me personally in that whole thing. Just because he like he describes
like-
how he uses the elements that he uses. It's just so wonderful.
Yeah, he must have like written down like for himself how he uses all of his spells because it's
Mhm.
not because I've read a lot of the spell like descriptions and it doesn't say and like other players don't do that either. Like Travis doesn't do that with his spells. Sam does a little
Right,
bit,
right.
but yeah, but like Liam obviously has, and he describes them the same way every time. Like sometimes you can guess what spell he's about to cast by the way he describes it. It's very interesting.
That's really cool. I need to maybe think about doing something like
Shiraz,
that.
I have something for you. It's right in my pocket here. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
No.
The player's
Why
handbook.
would you do
gives-
that? Poor sweet Shiraz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
Shiraz
For
is one
sweet
of our
Shiraz,
greatest
yeah.
supporters.
the player's
Ghost.
handbook is very good with giving like a vague description of certain things work.
Mhm.
Right.
And that's like the clockwork sorcerer, which is what I am, gives a vague idea of how that inner magic works, and I'm just building off of how that is
Sure.
vaguely described, and I'm just like running with it the best I can.
That's cool.
I
I
better
don't have a
leave
lot of
since the
guidance with the
GM
wild
is
magic.
standing over my
Looming
shoulder.
over you.
the wild magic doesn't give me a ton to work on.
It gives you the open-ended
like freedom to
making
do
it-
whatever I want with it. Yeah.
making it yours, right?
Yeah. So I'll have to think about that more though, because I do love that. I love when you do that. So
Yeah, it's so cool.
that's definitely a thing. Oh my god, you guys! Shiraz and Ghost cage fight when?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's Kitty.
Be great.
So cute. Waiting for leader. Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yep. If leaders.
Hard to tell.
Oh shoot! Oh.
Out
well,
of game.
I missed a left bit.
I have full HP and 17 armor class, so me going first might be a good idea.
I'm hefty. It's good.
I do have
I'm back
already
with
open
water
bottle
and
of
coffee.
Right.
water and
Well,
coffee. sounds
I'm
good.
gonna tell you. Well, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter.
Don't
Okay.
lead us on like that, Ghost.
Doesn't matter. Well,
Where
I'm gonna
gets
tell
the
you
vote
that
from
I don't know what it is,
someone
but I
from
think
the
it does
party?
matter.
in order to survive this next part, everybody needs a charisma save bonus of at least. Well, doesn't matter.
Well,
Doesn't matter.
It's-
I've got
it's
a
iced
charisma save
coffee.
bonus of 5,
Well,
and
you'll-
I'm
you'll
still
find
gonna
out.
fail it.
You'll find out.
You have a +5 on your charisma? Holy shit! I have a 1.
I don't know.
I think
On
that
the
explains
saving
a lot
throw,
of
it
Foodle.
says 5.
Our spell
It's your family.
modifier is charisma, so it's just naturally high. We're just so hot that
Well,
we can do magic.
and
is what
I
it
was a
is.
performer. My character was a performer. She did dex and
Oh, yeah.
charisma stuff as a performer before she got magic. So
Nah, I'm
that's
sticking
why
with the
she's like
fact that Fieldine is so hot she can do magic.
Exactly.
right. No, definitely believable. Kiona has such a huge crush on Fieldine right now. It's
Sneak
like
plan
ridiculous.
roll.
I hope that Mazra's
Reference
feeling a
on
little
list.
jealous
Yep.
about how much
Yep.
that Kiona likes Fieldine.
Okay. As you were Kiona, as you turned to leave the table where you were looking at this stuff, something catches your eye, and you sort of lift up another sheaf of papers, and underneath is a lone cowbell on the table,
We have a
which
bell.
was a gift from. It was a combo gift from Megan and I think Snoz. Is that right? Yeah, Snoz and
somebody
Megan.
let Megan choose the item. That yes.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Yep.
Oh
I
my-
love it. It's a cowbell.
Amazing.
I love it. Kiona will look at it and it'll be like, oh my god, because it's a farm thing, right? It's a cowbell. It's a thing she's familiar with. And she's just like, what are the chances of her finding this random thing in this dungeon? So she will put that in her pack and continue on following
Where does
everybody
the
down the
necklace?
stairs.
Where does the necklace?
Right? Just
Fantastic. So you're heading down the stairs. You come into a vast, open, sort of cellar chamber. The ceiling of which is held up by these tall columns that appear to be holding up the laboratory itself. And coincidentally, after winding all the way down the stairs, you see the columns are arranged in a circle, roughly corresponding to the circle of runes that you found on the floor upstairs. In the center of this circle of columns, some of which have decayed and collapsed and fallen over with time, in the center of this circle of columns, you see this large crystalline structure. And in fact, I'll show you folks what it looks
I
like.
was gonna say, we're supposed to be seeing. Whoa!
Whoa! What?
This is a very well lit room. I like it.
ooh, this is
beautiful.
pretty.
Ghost, did
I-
you make all this artwork yourself?
Yeah, I
Wow.
drew it myself by
That's
hand.
amazing.
Man, Ghost, you're really talented. You should make emotes.
Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I
I'll
should.
commission you. Make my emotes.
Yeah, I'll do emotes for coffees, something like that. Buy me a coffee. I'll make you an emote.
Right.
Speaking of emotes, though, I think I might just till I can get some good drawn ones. I think I might just make my pictures of my own face doing different things emotes.
That's always
That's a good
idea.
way to do it.
That's good.
That's always a good way to do it.
I can
Alright.
make my own version of the one that I use, where it's just like the zoomed in face, just like looking at the camera, like, what?
Yeah.
Vinyl knows the one.
Okay. Yeah, so you see this massive crystalline formation in the center of the room.
Can I?
Okay. Nobody touch it until we've
Okay,
looked
well,
at
that's
it.
exact-
You know,
Explored the room.
Fiona's like
That's
looking
exactly
at it, like,
what I wanna
"Ooh,
do."
Looking at Kiona like.
Kiona cannot
Can I?
resist.
Can
So
I?
Poodle's going to search for traps in, whatever portion of the room you will allow.
Okay.
Preferably, in front of us towards the crystal, but
I going to roll perception to see if I see any enemies or creatures.
Yep.
14.
do you want me to
Perception.
roll anything? Or...
Yeah, perception or investigation, your choice, Foodle.
Oh shoot, I should be using my real.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
Not after that roll, you don't want to say.
Right,
"Oh, I'm
don't
gonna
change
re-roll
that
one." You want to wait till a bad roll for you to say, "Oh no, I think I want to roll my."
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you are surveying around. You're looking around the ground. No traps that you can see. Gold drill. There's nothing in this room except for these 4 sort of burning braziers casting the room in a flickering orange glow. It is dead silent in
Okay,
this room.
Poodle's, after checking for traps, is going to say, "Okay, I think we're okay to approach. You guys who know magic, do you want to look at this crystal? I don't know what to make of this."
I sure
Goldrill's
do.
gonna look the party. Goldrill's gonna just look the party. Dead serious expression. I want to touch it.
I do too.
Hold up right there, Foodle.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I should have asked how far I made it checking for traps. I can scoot back or whatever. I'm
No,
not married
if
to that
you're
far.
crossing, if that's where you're moving, that's fine.
There's a
Okay.
line on
Okay.
the floor right there, you guys. So I'm gonna go.
I know,
around
but I
it.
checked for traps. It's fine.
I know, but I'm going around it.
I like it.
Oh my god!
It's just
don't cross the line.
it's just a circle. The one you just crossed over is still part of the circle. Just
I feel like Kiona would walk up to that. She would see it, and she would walk until she didn't.
Alright.
Like she would go
Fielding
around.
is following
Okay.
Fiona behind.
Yeah, and you're kind of stopped. You're kind of stopped there, Fieldine.
She's following right behind Kiona. She's just
Okay,
right behind.
and Mazra. You're just
Oh, yeah,
defending
she's
the
hanging back.
staircase.
She's hanging back.
You're
She's
defending
like,
the
"Let these
staircase.
guys all get
I don't like. I
I'm
don't
out.
like that Ghost is asking us all these questions.
I
Right?
know, right?
She'll move like, let's see, she'll come like right over here.
Yeah.
so
I
Megan,
can
real
see
quick,
that.
what
Oz is
kind of
being like, "Let
monsters
these
in this
guys
game are made of
trigger whatever
crystals?
there is."
Right. You see, as you're approaching, and Goldrill,
Striker.
you see this first, Goldrill, since you were the one sort of casing the room. As you draw closer, you can see a fault on the nearest face of this crystal, this crystal cluster that appears to have grown straight out of the floor. And when you approach closer, you can see that it's actually like a spider web pattern of cracks, as if there was a tremendous impact on this crystal that actually cracked it, but didn't break it.
Sounds like a hammer to me.
You can see in the flickering light as you draw closer to the outer ring of the columns, two forms laying on the floor, and in the limp grasp of one of the forms is a gigantic dwarven crafted warhammer.
Foodle wants to run over to the body and check to see if
It's in the
he wants
crystal,
to
though,
he
right?
wants to see if it's like a wait, what happened? It's in the
It-
crystal?
This is inside of this crystal.
No.
No.
Yeah, on the floor.
The
Okay.
bodies are laying around the
On
crystal.
the
Okay,
floor.
so Foodle
Okay, all
wants to Foodle wants to run over to the bodies, especially the one holding the hammer, and see if it's alive or if it's
Eh.
dead.
And me and Foodle are two different creatures.
There.
We saw this form on the ground holding a big warhammer. Goldrill's first instinct was, I want to poke the hammer. And Foodle's running over to see if they're alive.
Are you okay? You run over.
I'll follow
This
Foodle.
it's the corpse of a dwarf and an orc, each wearing some pretty nice looking armor. Nice looking armor that has now been broken in places, cut up and cracked in places. Both dead. Both of them stone dead and look like they have been this way for several days.
Were they fighting
They're
each other?
dead.
Meaning us faffing around in the other part of the dungeon wouldn't have saved them if we'd come straight
No,
here.
no, they were dead
Hooray.
before we got here.
Bunch is cleared.
Right.
Phew.
This has to be the king, right? They wouldn't have been fighting. They're unless they had some sort of personal beef,
but why
because
are
they're
they-
allies on top, right? Were
Did
they?
they try
I
to
mean,
break
I'm
the
wondering how they
crystal?
got here.
Kiona starts looking at the crystal, like really hard looking at the crystal. I
Perception
don't
or
know what
investigation?
she's looking for, but yeah, she's gonna obviously not see anything. Cool.
Well, Fieldine, didn't they say something about bringing sacrifices to a god? Do you think? Because how else would they have gotten down here with those two still up there?
This is true. There is a possibility that they were brought down here for this sacrifice to this god. Yes.
Fielding, what is this crystal? Kiona gets close to it, but she doesn't touch it. She wants to
Thank
touch
God,
it. You
oh
can
my-
tell she wants to touch it. She just
My dear,
So-
it might
hovers
be
her
best
hand
if we do not touch
just
things.
outside.
So you said
And
that
as Kiona approaches
Oh,
the
no.
crystal and
I
leans
know.
forward, something seems to lean forward back. It seems to almost be like her reflection, but it's two glowing yellow eyes that sort of slowly open and lean forward and gaze at her back. And then beneath those, two more slightly smaller yellow eyes. And then beneath those, two more slightly smaller
There's something in
yellow
there.
glowing eyes.
You guys, there's something.
All
in
of you
there.
hear a voice seem to speak inside your head, simultaneously addressing each of you individually. And what are you?
Well, I'm Kiona.
I'm sensing some inspiration from Subnautica.
You heard that too? I'm Foodle, and we're here to help the dwarves and the orcs. Did you kill these two?
I do not. They killed each other.
What are you?
I do not answer questions. Why are you down here?
We came looking for them.
Indeed, you found them.
I guess we did, but now we found you too, and I'm not sure what to do with that information.
Question, Collie?
Yeah, when they said that they did not kill these two and these two killed each other, does Foodle believe them? Can I even
An insight check.
I don't... Okay.
Ooh.
Yell
Right,
it!
an insight
Yell
check.
it!
Hi.
Don't do it. Don't
I'm not.
give in.
I'm not.
Yeah, he does. He totally believes
Because you
it.
didn't yell it. That's why.
Yeah, completely believe it.
Yep, so does Kiana.
Yep.
Did Mazra hear the voice? She's further away.
Everybody heard the voice.
Everybody heard the voice. Okay.
What was the last question? Sorry, I was
Well,
like,
I'm
thinking.
looking at its eyes through the thing, so I'm looking at it. I think I'm looking at it.
Does Fielding see the thing that Kiona sees? Because she's right directly behind her.
Yes.
So she sees the reflection of Kiona with the eyes.
Yeah, it's almost like the natural reflection of Kiona, and then superimposed behind that are the eyes.
Like a double exposure or something, right?
Yeah.
Does
Like
Foodle
her
see the
reflection
same
is
thing,
legit
or-
reflecting off of the surface, but then within the crystal, something
There's
else
something
is staring
else in
out.
there, yeah.
Sorry, Collie?
Does Foodle see what they can see, or does Foodle see anything other than the crystal and them standing there?
With the refractive qualities of the crystal, no, you just see the crystal.
Beings
You are the
speak to us. You say these two killed each other. That does not seem like something a good being would do to another. Were they harsh? Were they harmful to each other before they got here, or when they entered?
I know nothing of whether these were good beings.
You good being?
I believe I am.
Don't
we
do you
all
do?
believe
What
we
is your
are?
purpose?
Is Mazra hearing these responses too?
Yes.
Stop talking to this thing. What are you doing?
Voice, like our little voice of reality back here, just like guys.
Foodle's
And
going
at
to
your-
pick up the
Sure.
Thunder Maul.
Yep.
And slip it into. Oh shit, Goldra, you've got the thing. He's gonna.
Yeah.
It's a
motion to
big,
Goldra.
it's
Yeah,
a big
I'll-
hammer. You're not slipping it into anything.
It won't fit in the bag of holding.
Oh, it will. Yeah. It will.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
Foodle's gonna motion.
See,
I stand corrected.
I'll
Okay,
open the
alright.
bag and just be like, mm-hmm.
Okay, and Foodle's going.
And while you're sort of mid doing this, the conversation sort of goes on while you're sort of like
Yeah.
struggling to fit it in, and the being inside the crystal says into each of your minds, "My purpose here slight edge of bitterness entering its tone, has been to be imprisoned by those foul creatures upstairs, running their incessant juvenile experiments on me, toying with things they could not possibly understand. I was hoping these two laying at your feet might be strong enough to free me from this interminable purgatory. But alas, they were not.
Suddenly British.
I've been British the whole time.
Do Kiona will did he try to hit this with that hammer? Is that why?
The smaller one did, at my request. But when he did so, the larger one turned violent, enraged by something I can't place. They attacked each other, fought. Each struck the other with a mortal blow, and then died at my proverbial feet, unable to finish the job of setting me free.
Curious.
Your task here was to retrieve this hammer, yes? Asking the group.
Yes.
I would assume so
Task.
anyway.
Your task is done. We have no more business here. And Fielding turns to leave.
And as she does, she feels this presence reach out and touch her mind, as if almost the way that you have many times before, held up a potion or read a scroll, turned it over in your hands, trying to understand it better, more completely. You feel that this presence is doing the same thing with you. The light touch provokes a particular, not quite memory. You might almost describe it as a dream, a notion in your head, given with life breathed into it by the mere psychic touch of this thing. Just briefly, you're transported to a lush, overgrown jungle. You left your guides behind days ago, trudging through this tangled, overgrown wilderness. You stop, pull a stretchy leather thong that binds the journal closed off, open up this journal, unfold a page. It's a map, half a map. That's the other half is missing from the journal. Yeah, exactly. You hold up out of another pocket the other half of the map, lining up the two halves. You look up towards some distant landmark. You can't quite place what it is. You feel satisfied. You're moving in the right direction. Another moment, trudging through the jungle. You come into a clearing before this impossibly awesome construction ahead of you. What once was an impossibly tall, huge spire reaching up, you could swear it once scraped the heavens. long ago having collapsed, fallen over to the ground, so that only the base remains upright. The whole thing overgrown with vegetation so as to be impossible to see from a distance, despite its huge stature. This was at one time a place of indescribable power, constructed by a civilization lost to time, you have no idea who. While your own race, the elves, were just learning to work with metal and leaving behind their own Stone Age. You know that there's something to find here. Something that must be protected. Something that you can't allow to fall into the wrong hands. But you're in a race against somebody else. Time is precious. Somebody who naively believes that they can use what's buried here to right some ancient wrong. And you need to stop them from finding it first. At all costs. And then with a whiff of smoke, you're back in the room.
Does it seem like that was in that for a long time, or was it sort of like an instant?
It seems like it was just an instant. Everybody else, you saw Fieldine just stop in her tracks for a moment and have this far off look in her eyes.
Fiona will continue to question the thing. She's gonna ask, how long have you been here?
I don't know. A very, very long time.
Like hundreds of years or like a year?
Oh my. Much more than hundreds of years.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If you've been here for that long, what is it that you want to do if we release you?
Wow. What would anyone want to do if given their freedom? What would you want to do if given your freedom? I wonder.
I think we know the
Then
answer to
find
that
out.
one. Go.
Foodle, you feel the presence. Same thing as Fieldine, touch your mind, reach deep into you, and you are transported out of this place. You find yourself deep in an old, dark forest. Not a jungle like Fieldine's forest, a forest of leafy greens and the occasional pine tree. You're tracking an enemy, some kind of invader. Is in this forest.
Sorry to interrupt you, Ghost. Does this
Yeah.
does this happen to have anything to do with that question that you asked us that I never answered?
Yeah, I made up my own answer for you.
Shit. I'm sorry. I legitimately just forgot about that. Oh my god.
Oh
All right.
my god. Oh, this is that?
Goldrill
no.
Goldrill
Oh
is
no,
Unconfirmed, I
please.
think.
Kiona needs this thing not to touch her. God.
At this point in time, I think I need to redefine Goldrill as like I have like half control over this character. Just getting
Foodle.
random story points. All right, sorry,
It's
go ahead.
random story points, yeah. Foodle, you're tracking something through the forest. I would like you to make a survival check.
Oh shit.
It's
Okay,
like-
I'm gonna actually
my
roll with the
God.
real dice.
You can make it
Oh
with
my
advantage.
God.
That was so
You can
funny.
make it
that
with
was just, like,
advantage since you're in a
the
forest.
second you said this present also gets a call, I was like, oh no, it's that question that I forgot about.
Oh, I forgot to answer it.
Yeah.
It didn't even occur to me that that was what was going on until
Well-
you said that.
Oh, oops. No, chat, you didn't say anything. This
I
is
rolled
perfect.
an
I'm
ele-
gonna learn about my character.
My highest roll was a 14, and then I have a 4 in survival.
Oh wow!
I don't
Yeah,
add anything
you're
else?
good. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, you pick up the trail. You're following, snapped twigs and disturbed and flattened undergrowth, and then you finally come upon a track, a clear imprint in the dirt, a shoe about the size that a gnome would wear, but differently shaped. You've seen this kind of footprint before, and the foot, and in fact, creature that would have made such an impression. The same kinds of creatures that attacked your home. Goblins in the forest. Follow them deeper into the woods, and you see that the goblins have, as you enter this clearing, they've erected this encampment in this clearing surrounding the base of a huge tree. You've never seen a tree this huge before. And the goblins are operating strange mechanical devices. It's sort of a warped reflection of some of the strange contraptions that some of your more settled rock gnome cousins are known to create. You can hear the sound of buzzing and mechanical whirring as these gigantic like buzz saws and huge wagon mounted chainsaws and things like that are cutting into the tree. You can feel a presence in the tree reaching out to you, calling out for help. It's a familiar presence. It visited you once in a vision and it's calling out for your help.
How much control do I have in that? Because Foodle wants to start
You're,
shooting.
Yep. Go
Okay.
go for it.
Okay. 12
12, yeah.
total.
As you raise gimbal shot with a cry of outrage, take aim at the nearest goblin that they haven't noticed your presence yet. You pull the trigger, the musket cracks, and the vision sort of just blows away like a puff of smoke from a
Did
candle.
he actually fire his gun? In actual.
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask that
blink,
for
I was
ammo.
a
you
little
blink
worried.
and you've got your hands like positioned, but gimbal shot is still slung over your shoulder as you were helping Goldrill try to stuff the hammer into the bag, and Goldrill is now like all of a sudden you just let the hammer go and pretend aimed your gun off in a direction.
Since he's standing in front of Kiona in a non indirect way, she's like watching him like raise his imaginary gun, and she's fascinated with this. And Boodle,
At the sight of
Goldrill.
Foodle just dropping the hammer,
Yeah.
Goldrill's just gonna take like, not like a battle stance, but like a defensive stance. Like he's just like looking at Foodle like, what just happened? Are you okay?
I saw myself wandering through the forest. Look, what are you? Okay, I have half a
I'm a
mind
dragonborn.
to walk.
Do you remember who
I'm not
you are?
Goldrill, I'm not talking to you at all. If Foodle barely even registered what you said, Foodle's talking to the crystal, and he's saying, "Look, I have half a mind to walk straight out of here, and half a mind to help you if you actually need help. Now, you need to, I know you don't want to answer questions, but if you want out of that, you gotta convince me. Okay? So what is it that you want?"
Can we even get you out of here?
Fiona, I asked it a question.
There's no response.
Okay, Floodle shoves the
he
thing in the
seems
bag
to-
and starts walking out with Mazra. And
in between all of this happening, while the creature is not responding to you, its attention shifts to Goldrill.
Fuck. Uh-oh.
And there's kind of a
oh
and you. Well, you're a most interesting one. Uh,
Oh no.
and it sort of reaches deep into your mind.
It's not good.
You're brought back to a memory. This wide, spacious room suddenly closes in into one of the infamously narrow hallways of the monastery where you grew up, where the rooms and the corridors and everything were all small and tight, as almost as part of the meditative techniques of sort of being, getting used to being in a confined space. Almost the architecture of the monastery itself testing you and disciplining you. You haven't seen the hallways of this monastery this tall in quite some time. You used to think as a wee little hatchling, wow, the ceilings are so tall in here, until you grew up and realized it's just because you're very short. You are very short once again. You are just a tiny little youngling, not even a Padawan yet. Yep.
I would love to say that
Just baby.
Goldrill's still like sort of alert, like he kind of like half realizes this can't be happening,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
also half just like it's too real to
Yeah.
fully convince himself it might be.
And as little hatchling Newt Goldrill is like making like threatening
I can imagine
martial arts.
small Goldrill, not even in martial arts stance, just like crouched over, like arms like wide out, just like what's going on? It's like gremlin form, just like what?
And as you're like, huh? What's going on here? You're like,
Because I'm used to the big body, and then like I adjust back and
shifting around, right? You stop.
We see
There's
full-grown
a
Goldrill
rumble.
go.
Yeah, you do. You feel just a rumble in your tummy. You're just like doing this big, like, intimidating power sense. Oh, you remember why you're sneaking through the hallways here? It wasn't some weird threat and the memory of what exactly you're actually worried about sort of fades back into your mind as a much more primal urge takes over, the hunger of a growing boy. And you remember now, you were sneaking down to the kitchens to steal a little bit of a snack after hours.
It's perfect.
There's a couple of initiates roaming the hallways nearby you. You think you might get caught. I'd like you to roll a stealth check, please.
even with
yeah.
the +4.
No, you hide yourself around the corner, but your little talons on your feet click against the stones so loudly that the two initiates walking by kind of stop and turn their heads and who goes there? Little one, you're to be in your chambers right now. Why, I have half of my and they start advancing on you, and you're, oh man, they're gonna give me the paddle again. And you just sort of dart around the corner. You're running away from them. You swing into a room and you shut the door behind you and hold your breath, and you hear the footsteps of the two initiates who are chasing you run past the door and fade into the distance.
We want to see an animated version of this scene, please.
I know, right? Oh my god, it's gonna be so cute.
Just an uwu face on top of Goldrill's body.
As your tiny little lizard body is pressed up against the door, and you're breathing. Catch your breath. And as the thundering heartbeat of your blood fades from your ears, you can hear voices in the distance. One is the voice of your master, Clotar. You follow the sound of her voice, noticing that she's speaking in sort of hushed yet elevated tones. The other voice you can hear is unfamiliar to you. You see the doorway to her chamber cracked open, a flickering beam of orange light from a single lantern casting a light into the hallway. You creep up to the door and look through the doorway. Peeking through, you can see her visitor. You can't make out his features. It's almost like the quality of a dream where you can look someone straight in the face and have no idea what they look like and be unable to explain what they look like. But you do see that he's wearing orange robes. The visitor speaks. You're hearing that wah 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 wah, but you can make out you understand what they're saying. The visitor speaks of journeying east and then south to the coast of the Moon Sea to find answers. Answers to what you don't know. Hear Clotar respond, cautioning that the answers that the Valdar left behind are dangerous indeed, and not just dangerous to those who seek them. The visitor agrees with her assessment and bids Clotar keep this safe for me. And then he hands over a familiar amulet to Clotar. It's the same amulet that Clotar gave you on the day that Black Cross was destroyed.
Ooh. I like this. I like this a lot.
And snap, you wake up back in the present. Foodle, you're walking away.
You know what I realized? I'm so sorry. I know I said that earlier, but Foodle would have shoved the hammer in, and then he would have, he wants to walk away, but he would have realized, shoot, does the king have a necklace or a crown or anything that we need to take back to the son, Durian, right? And so he's gonna check and see if there's anything that, because he don't want to leave the crown, the crown down here or whatever. I don't know.
We want good old Durian to have something of his father.
Yeah.
Dorian.
DeLorean. Prince DeLorean.
Prince DeLorean.
The
officially.
dwarf is wearing a black iron circlet that fits neatly sort of on top of his helmet.
Okay, so Foodle would, gently pull that off and then start heading towards the stairs.
Salem, you just put the body in the bag.
While you're turning back, yes, Wolf. The presence inside the crystal continues to hop between each of you.
Fiona is
next.
mesmerized by this
I'm
thing.
65
She's
feet
not
away.
taking
This
a
crystal can
single
bite
move.
my ass.
But you're in
Everybody
the room.
else is walking away
Let's see.
from
Let's
this
see.
thing. She is still standing
I'm gonna
right next to it,
Superman
barely
my ass up
not
the
touching
stairs.
it. She
It can't
cannot
bite your ass.
resist.
It's an
It
accord.
has
I'm off the
mesmerized
map
her
now.
completely.
Bye.
When,
Can I
uh,
leave? Can I leave?
Nope.
When
I don't get off the map.
when Goldrill snapped back, he darted his head around looking, and then took a sort of defensive stance facing the crystal, but then he takes out the amulet and is looking at it.
And your stomach growls. You're still hungry, by the way.
Smoldrill.
Yeah, Kiona has not made a single step away from this thing. She just doesn't know what to do about it. She's really
I'm
not
in the walls
sure
now. Bye.
what the
Mazra,
right answer is walking
it
away.
reaches out and
There it
touches
is.
your
There it
mind
is.
next.
There it is.
It encounters rage.
Yeah,
All the rage.
yeah.
What
It's
did you
just
answer
sort
to
of,
this
and it's
question,
just sort of like
Mazra?
whatever. No. So you, as you turn around, when you turn around, Jedi Fallen Order moment here. When you turn around, you are
Christ.
inside your father's workshop. Azra, can you give me a hand here?
She realized this is bullshit
An
because
insight
her
check.
dad is dead.
Roll an insight check. You're gonna have to roll real high.
Where's that? No, it's gonna be bad.
Oof.
No. Yeah, you
Negative
know,
one.
it's like you're back there, and it's like the reality that you just left is what the dream was, and a bad dream at that. You just kind of like, whew, and you snap to, and oh, you were daydreaming the whole time, and you're really, you know, a couple years younger, and in your father's workshop. Yep. Your hand and arm are flesh. As you hear him calling out for you, you turn back around in the direction that you just turned away from, and yep, the rest of it is your father's workshop, and your father is standing there, as alive as ever. It's all just a bad daydream. Come on, stop daydreaming, girl. Come and help me with this. Come on.
Oh, sorry, Da.
Oh, think nothing of it. We all wander off from time to time. Do you know how to fix a rivet into a piece of leather half an inch thick?
I think so.
Come on. Let me let's review it together. Now, the trick isn't raw strength. you got plenty of that from your mother, let me tell you. But the trick is actually leverage. Using your mind, not your fists sometimes. And so he kind of, shows her, and he gets his tool out, and fixes it's a normal sort of riveter, hand riveter. But he's sort of screwed on an extra little pull at the end of it, and he shows that he can lift it, and with just a small amount of strength, you can fix a rivet in there. And here, you try it.
Okay. He does it and
Yeah.
dutifully follows his directions.
Boom, easy. As you turn back to face him, pride and like, look, Dad. You see the building around you suddenly vaporized in a flash of blue-white fire, and your father, who is standing next to you, is reaching out his hand for you to take as he's engulfed in flames and disappears.
Pepper.
I just want to let you guys know that I want you guys to know that the artist side of my brain has a complete 100% detailed view of how this is going to be animated if I ever do it in the future.
So.
And it is going to be it is going to be a masterpiece of animation in the future. It's gonna, all these flashbacks are gonna, they're
I hope
horror,
so. I
horror,
hope
happiness.
It's animated because it's gorgeous. It's amazing.
Oh, this is amazing. And
The images are
adorable
so
with
awful and amazing.
Yeah. So she's just like,
She sees, yeah. She's just, what?
Papa, where'd you go?
what the hell? No, I think it's like
Yeah.
depending
Yeah.
on how old like her mental age is supposed to be in this like flashback or whatever. I think
I mean,
it's like
it's the it's the day that it's what you see is your dad on the bridge.
I feel like the
reaching for you.
rest of us would just see
Right.
Mazra just over on the other side of the room holding out her hand with like a tear rolling down her face.
Mm.
No crying. She's just mad.
When the light recedes, you're as your father fades away in the flame, just boom, you're knocked off your feet, buried in the rubble of your father's workshop. You don't know how much time later you push this rubble off of yourself, sort of get back up onto your knees, then slowly to your feet. And you see all around you, your father's workshop is in ruins. And out of the shadows, you hear them first. This gibbering, this laughing, this cruel giggling and cackling at your misfortune. 3 goblins come up out of the shadows, wielding their cruel weapons. They advance upon you. You're overcome by that red hot rage as you not so much hear but feel a familiar and distressingly comforting presence deep in your chest implore you, kill them. And you do so, one after another, with tears streaming down your face. Just brutally slaughter each of those goblins in turn. You're standing over their broken corpses. You blink, and you see you're back in the room. But you see that the goblins are actually your friends, Foodle, Kiona, and Goldrill, each laying dead at your feet, each with the mark of Grunch carved into their flesh. Blink again, and you're back in the room for real this time.
Okay, how far away from me is Foodle?
After that last sentence, I was like, well, that's a TP.
No, like
We're actually,
Foodle.
are you actually there?
She was
How do you want
here.
us to die? It's gonna be Mazra
Okay.
that kills everybody. Like you
So, and then
guys.
Foodle, you said Foodle was turning and walking back, right? We
Yeah,
can say
yeah,
Foodle made it like, that
I was
far.
gonna ask. Okay.
Did she move, or is it not a move right now?
It can be a move right now.
She's gonna try to go over to Foodle and be like, Foodle, give me that freaking hammer right now.
I put it in the bag of holding. Goldrill, let's get out of here. If this
Smash
thing won't
that
tell
crystal
us
in the face.
what, but what if that lets it out? That's what it wanted the king to do.
Fiona's still standing there completely enamored with this thing. You guys are all just like background noise to her right now.
Basra, I don't know what you saw, but
I
we
think-
need to go.
I think Goldrill's also
Oh.
still deep in thought looking at this amulet.
Mazra's gonna go and literally try to pick up Kiona and just like potato sack her.
Well, where are you go? What? We don't know what should we help it?
I asked if it will answer some questions. Look, Kiona, I want to help people in need, but if this thing's some ancient evil, I don't want to unleash it on the world. Like, it hasn't told us anything and seems to be like sending visions and shit. Like, what?
I know, but it hasn't done anything bad, has it?
Well,
You,
it claims not
maybe.
to have.
Mazra's almost shaking. She looks really, really like barely contained rage.
By the way, I'm a full elf right now, so Mazra
Oh, yeah,
putting
you
it
are,
over
I
your
forgot. I
shoulder
was like,
is
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
she's
yeah,
just like,
yeah.
she's like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Just whoop.
she like grabs her and then Kiona
Grabs her by the scruff of her tunic and just lifts her.
Oh, wait.
Kiona doesn't even look away from the crystal. She just like
No,
slaps
she's
the hand out of the
not.
way. She's like, go.
She's
shoot."
like, yeah, just like, wait, we don't know what to
Hold
do
Joel.
because this thing is still here. And why would we leave this thing? There's clearly something up with this thing. We need to find out what's going on with it.
Hold
So
on.
she's
Is it Goldrill that I want?
Uh-oh.
he's
I got
really
so
close.
many.
to
I got
touching
so
it.
many
She really
blasted
is close
notes.
to touching it. She just
Uh-huh.
wants to find
Goldrill
out
is
what
currently
this
just
thing is about.
yeah. Goldrill is
She's
both
so
looking at the
close.
crystal and his amulet with the words Moon Coast just echoing through his mind.
The Moon Coast. Yep, I do want Goldrill. Goldrill,
Uh-oh.
make a charisma save.
Oh. Okay, well.
My fucking god.
I mean, that can't be good. Oh, fuck.
Goldrill, you suddenly feel, it's the darndest sensation. You suddenly feel almost as if you've been punted to the rear passenger seat of your own mind.
Didn't you say charisma saves were like the worst thing you could do to us? Like last session?
You,
Bastard.
you're looking at
Good
the
luck, guys.
I'm so excited about this.
You
I'm not. It's me against the team.
sort of reach into like your robe or your gi or whatever it is you wear. You stuff the amulet back away where it goes. You sling the bag of holding off your shoulder, while Kiona and Mazra and Foodle are arguing. You put the bag down on the ground. You open it, reach inside the bag, pull out the Thunder Maul, take 2 steps towards the crystal.
Real quick. What level of backseating can I not do anything?
No, you rolled a fail.
You can-
You
you can
critically
observe.
failed that roll.
Yeah,
Well-
you can
will not
observe
be able
what's
to do
happening.
anything on this.
You've
Let me-
entered a
Caltrops.
cutscene.
Caltrops right now.
You've entered a cutscene.
Caltrops right now.
I'm all out.
All right.
I've got some.
Well,
No,
Ghost,
you are
I'll
not
probably.
even close.
well,
Hold on, I'm reading.
Not even a little
Sorry.
Okay.
bit. Right. You're lucky you can even see
well, in that
what's going
case, who
on
wants to
right
help me
now.
make a
Yeah.
second
Okay.
character?
Okay.
I'll help
You reach back with your hammer. And boom. The Thunder Maul strikes the face, and while you're arguing, you just hear this. You hear this concussive crack of thunder. The spiderweb crack just widens and broadens. You drop the hammer.
Fitting that
At
the
your
lightning
feet.
dragon uses the thunder maul.
Yeah, the thunder maul sort of clatters to the floor. With the sound of it clattering on the floor, sounds like this distant rumble of thunder, and the crystal shatters. And you see, hold on.
Listen, I'm
Fiona
both
is-
sad. I'm both
is
sad, but I'm
shielding
also
from the
really
shatter,
excited to
but
see what's
still
happening.
Can't take her eyes off of the thing. She is totally like, yes. She wanted this so bad. She-
Within the crystal, it's not the. It's a little bit. Its aspect is a little bit squished. Yeah, it's not bad. If you zoom way in, you can
know,
get a good look at it.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm actually kind of really glad this is happening because I don't have to worry about it. I can't control it.
There's almost now
Otherwise,
this-
I would have
now
had
this
to. I would have had to
thing-
make the
I know,
decision.
Right? I'm so happy.
Now this
right now.
this thing it's basically what you see. I'm showing it to you in high def.
Oh god.
What you actually see is basically an insubstantial form of this thing, as
no.
if made out of like wispy clouds. But you can see those 6 yellow eyes sort of staring out at you.
You're free.
Yes, and Goldrill turns and looks at you, and in a voice that is not Goldrill's, says, "Yes, well, I think that'll be all then. Thank you for your help. You've given me all that I need."
Mazra, get the mall.
She will grab it off the floor and the bag as well.
Oh, I thought I was still holding the hammer.
No, you dropped it.
Okay.
You sort of just smashed it, and then like Mike dropped it, as if it's like a piece of rubbish that you just sort of threw away.
Will I
Can
see
she
you again?
Yona.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that. You lot, to be honest, weren't very interesting in the first place. Except, I haven't taken a look at you yet. And Goldrill reaches up with a hand and just touches your forehead. Kiona, you are
Guys,
transported.
Suck so hard.
You are transported to this
I was
dingy,
really hoping
dark,
Jess would be there.
subterranean room is gone. Instead, your face is warmed by the light of the open sun come streaming down from a blue sky. Your nose is filled with the scent of hay and dust and horse manure, which many people find unpleasant, but you actually, it's not a smell that you would want to have bottled in a perfume necessarily, but it's,
But it's home. It's familiar. It's something
and
I know.
it's something that you find oddly comforting in its yuckiness, in its distinctiveness, let's say. You're back in Blackcross and performing with your horses at the harvest fair, at the rodeo at the harvest fair, the very same one that you were preparing to attend with Birdie, and hoping to get engaged. After your last set, you're brought up to the podium and you win top prize of the show. And they fix a blue ribbon on you, and you see down in the audience, beaming up at you, Birdie, Hager, and Rika, all waiting for you. What do?
Let her think for a second.
I'm gonna go. I know what's gonna happen, and I'm so sad. I'm gonna go. For hugs all around, and cheering, and drinking, and fun that should happen after this event.
So you move to embrace them. They disappear in a puff of black smoke. And everything around you, the harvest fair, the horses, the stables, all disappear in that same puff of black smoke. And you find yourself back in your safe place, back in your secluded grove with the ice cold pool. Compelled by some indescribable curiosity, you're drawn to that pool. You peek over the edge and look down, and there's nothing inside beyond the surface of that water but the black, star-dusted sky. And as you look up from the pool, you find yourself completely surrounded by it. Just black, inky darkness and stars. To your left, to your right, up, down, as if you're suspended in some cold void. I need to find... Oh, now, this is interesting. What are you doing here, child? This is not where you are meant to be. You're so fragile, weak. This is not who you're meant to be. This isn't what the dream portends for you. Your destiny isn't here. Your destiny lies in the realm of Kalash. What are you doing here on these silly games that you're playing? You're wasting your time. Go to Kalash. Find the dreamers there. They will guide you on your proper path. I'm sorry. Is that what Kiona said?
That's what she said.
Okay, I
The
don't know exactly
eyes-
what's going on, but Brucey's
What'd she
very
say?
concerned, so
Suddenly-
I'm assuming this is very insane.
What'd she say?
Brucey might know what this is. Brucey, you're sworn to secrecy. You can't tell anybody else.
Uh-oh, tell us.
Hello, Google.
If you know
look
what
up
this is,
thing
no,
for me.
no,
Type.
nope.
The first time Kiona might have got some kind of answer, you guys.
The eyes suddenly appear in front of you. It hears me. How fascinating. What have you done? And unlike the others who just sort of awaken from this thing presence violently separates its consciousness from you. It actually throws you back, and you're back in the real world, thrown to the floor.
What?
Well, this is most distressing.
I think we know who the main character of this campaign is. Jeez, Kiona.
I don't
How many secrets you got?
I don't have the time for you right now, but we will see each other again. Vessel. And a cold wind blows through this room, and the insubstantial cloudy being seems to just blow away.
Question: was that space place that I was in the same one that I flashed into during that series of wild magic things when I like flashed into there and there was somebody like meditating and I do you remember that? when
I do.
I
when
remember
turned into
that.
That was
turned into
amazing. When she
The-
turned into the Goliath
Goliath, yeah.
in the field after the wolves.
whole like series of
I
wild magic.
know exactly
astral plane.
Is
what
that the
you
same
are
place
talking
that I was
about.
just at?
The astral plane.
Also, was that all coming from Goldrill's mouth, or was it only going into Kiona's head?
After Goldrill tapped Kiona, the rest is just in Kiona's head. Nobody else heard that.
Did I say Kalash out
It
Good
loud?
night, Maggie.
Good night,
Oh.
Megan. Seriously, happy birthday.
It's Maggie's birthday.
Yeah.
Oh
Or at
my
least
gosh!
Oh, is
I'm-
Maggie
Happy
here? Happy birthday,
birthday.
Maggie!
Yeah, Dill rated because he's a legend.
Dill is a
Yeah.
legend.
He is indeed.
Maggie, happy birthday. Hope you enjoy your the rest of your night. Yeah, you said it. Yeah, you might have yeah, you said it out
I
loud.
might have uttered the word
Kalash.
Kalash
Yeah,
out
that's
loud.
all you
How
heard
can you spell that?
Kiona
It's
say.
Kallash is what I'm getting in my head.
Kalesh.
Only one L.
Yeah,
One
only
L.
one L.
I was
Yeah.
so close. Okay.
Kalesh.
Kalash.
Man,
And Ghost, you are correct.
K-A-L-A-S-H.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Okay.
Kalash.
you shouldn't. You should
All right.
open that mouth a lot.
Mm.
You
all.
that is
Before
not
I
so
Google
where
it.
where you were, you better not Google it, I swear to God.
As much as I
I'm
want
not gonna
to,
Google it. I don't want to be spoiled on this. Listen, I am with Kiona on this journey. I want to be with Kiona on this journey.
That was not the same place as you were before. Where you were
It was
before
not the
was
same
was
place,
this
okay.
place of like vibrant blues and violets, and there's
Right,
these,
this was more like my,
clouds
like,
and
background here.
sparklies flying through the air. Right, this is
Yeah.
like you're in space.
Yeah, like the back.
Yeah, that's like your background.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It's giving-
I just
it's
wanted
giving
to
me-
double check to see if it was familiar or not. That's
Okay.
all. Okay.
Yeah, and it's gone.
It's so hard to focus right now.
How
My
far back
the
did
artistic
Kiona
side
get
of my mind
pushed?
is racing.
Sorry.
How far back did Kiona get pushed? Like, did she get knocked over?
Say one space. Say one space back. Yeah. Wow.
When Goldrill tapped her forehead,
Got like blown
did-
back from it.
Yeah, and it was like what the sequence of events from what you guys saw is he tapped her forehead. There was a beat. Kiona whispered Kalash, and then was violently knocked off her feet by some unseen force, and moved 1 square.
And is
Mazra
Goldrill
try to,
still
like-
the same as like is he still?
Goldrill blinks, and is Goldrill again.
Okay.
Goldrill, you are back in control of your body.
I would
Yeah,
imagine
Mazra tried to,
this
like-
had.
Goldrill.
Oh, go ahead.
Did Goldrill see what Kiona saw? No. Okay.
I would like
He
to.
saw he saw
I
through
know,
his own
right?
eyes.
Right, Flumps?
Yeah.
It's just-
I'd like to say it probably had some form of toll in his body, so Goldrill will like drop to one knee, just kind of like be panting, in like a cold sweat.
Mazra's gonna check on Kiona.
Goldrill,
Kiona,
are you
she's
okay?
like-
Kiona?
Yeah.
What just happened?
I'm okay. Fiona
If I ever
will,
see that thing again,
like,
I'm going to
get
kill it.
up.
Is it not in the room with us?
Woof.
No,
Oh,
it
it's
disappeared.
gone.
It
Weirdly
disappeared
laughs.
after its vision with me because it said like it couldn't deal with me right now, but it would see me in the future. So that's cool.
Oh, I thought that was
uh,
a thing talking
was
to
it
you
a-
in the dream.
Was it a poof, or did
No,
it
and
like,
it-
stream off somewhere?
because its like spiritual form just disappeared in like a.
So it just sort of just dissipated.
It sort of just dissipated. Yeah, almost like blown away by
Mhm.
the cold wind, the cold breeze.
Gone.
That
Does-
smelled
Fieldine
faintly of burnt hair.
Nice. Fieldine turns back after
Mm-hmm.
having being stood there for whatever. I do not believe that was something good.
No shit.
What have we done?
You have no right telling me anything. I was on my way out.
I mean, it was your choice to say. We let you go. We let you go if you wanted to.
Fieldine just leaves.
No, I gotta talk to her first. No.
She's
Fiona will get up and like dust herself off, and she will just remain silent. She's not going to, because the experience she just had, to her, like might lead to answers about what is going on with her, and everybody just like said that it's bad, but she doesn't have a choice. This is a thing that she feels like she has to like follow. She has to figure this out. But since everybody else apparently thinks that it's something bad, she's not gonna indulge any of that. with
And
them.
interestingly, it doesn't feel bad.
Right. That's how Kiona feels about it. She's just like, yeah, but that's not what my experience. My experience is not that it's bad, and I just want to know what it was about. But everybody else's assumption that it is verbally spoken like that, it just makes her just kind of like roll that up and stick it down inside and put a bottle cap on it until she can find out more about it.
Oodle's gonna do 2 things. He's as Fielding is leaving. He's gonna shout after her, "Fielding, do you know what this thing was?" And I don't know if you answer or not, but
she wouldn't know what it
Okay.
was, right?
would she say
Roll,
that? Or it's okay?
uh,
It's Ghost, I'm not sure.
No, she would not.
No.
No. I was,
Would
I was
she-
thinking
would you
I was
say
thinking
that
of
as you
letting
walk
you roll an
away, or-
arcana check and you know what it is if you crit.
Okay.
But
Okay, Fielding's okay. Foodle's gonna just.
It was a 19,
Okay,
so it was close.
Fielding's
oh,
outta here.
ooh, close.
It was close.
Wow. Damn.
Man.
So then Foodle's gonna turn to Goldrill and say, "Goldrill, did you smash that crystal? Like, was that you? Because it wasn't you after, I don't think."
In a
Thank you,
in a
Goldrill.
very uncharacteristic way of Goldrill, I'm going to like acknowledge the fact that I was being spoken to, but I'm going to stand up. Goldrill's gonna take out his like little personal notebook and feverishly write down 4 things: Clotar, orange robes, amulet, and then big at the bottom of the page, Moon Coast, and just circle it like 20 times
And Kiona
and just
will,
stare
when
at it
she
for
gets
like
up
a
and
minute.
dusts herself off, she's gonna thank Goldrill for breaking the thing.
Why would you thank him? That thing
You
was
wanna
invading our
pray.
minds. We don't know what we've done. What have we
He was a
done?
prisoner.
It might have been a prisoner for good reason.
You don't know that.
No, I don't know that, and neither do you. That's my point.
Almost snapping back to reality, Goldrill's gonna just look at Foodle and go like, "Yeah, you mean like the time you were in prison for the gambling incident?"
No,
that
I mean
relevant?
more like it could have been that, I guess, for thousands of years, but like also it could have been some ancient evil, is more what I was thinking.
I
Like,
owed a
what have we
god
done?
$50.
But those things
Basically.
that were up there, those things that were up there were experimenting on it. Do they give you a good feeling? Because I feel like they were worse than that thing was.
Yona, I'm not here to quibble about what was worse. Like, I don't like those things up there, but that doesn't mean that this thing down here is good. Like, Mazra, help me out here.
You don't
Like,
know that it wasn't.
Mazra has literally run after Fildine, like straight
Oh,
full tilt
okay.
after Fildine. Not like
so Mazra's not
angry.
there.
No, she fucked off.
Yona, I appreciate. I don't know what you've seen, but you're assuming this thing's intentions, and we know literally nothing about it, and it's been locked here for thousands of years, or at least hundreds. Like, what have we done? Who do we tell?
You tell him everything you know about this encounter. Fiona, with that, will turn around and walk away from Poodle and Mazra and Goldrill, or Goldrill, I guess Mazra is ahead. And she will just walk. She will just keep walking after Mazra and Fieldine.
We can't leave the room. We're stuck.
We're stuck.
The GM won't let us leave.
GM won't let us.
Foodle's going to walk over to the crystal and try to.
The crystal's
see
gone,
if he
isn't
can-
it? It's like shattered.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
bits of crystal on the
Oh,
floor.
there's stuff
And,
on
like,
the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to figure out, like, what this is. Like, what happened here, what this entity was. Basically, I just want to investigate and see what I can find, if anything.
Roll nature check.
Ooh.
While he's doing this, Goldrill's gonna walk over to where the crystal was and just pick up like the biggest reasonable chunk and put it in the bag of holding.
Well, I have the bag.
I
Oh.
rolled a
Well, I
15.
will walk over to Mazra and ask her to
Mazra's
open the
not-
bag.
way over
Mazra's
here.
not on the floor anymore. Yeah, just carry it with you.
She's not
Yeah.
okay.
I'll just
she's
throw it
not
in my
That's what
backpack
it is.
until I
That's
can
your
reach
turn.
the bag of holding.
She's not
Yeah.
stealing it. She's literally just like busy
Okay.
right now. I promise you, she's
No,
not trying
she
to
just
steal it from
happened
you.
to walk
Oh, I
away
know,
with the
I
bag.
know.
Foodle,
That's all.
Foodle, what
That's
did you
it.
get?
I rolled a 15.
A 15? You don't recognize this
Salem.
rock.
Good job,
Crystal.
Goldrill. Steal the shiny things.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it is. You sort of like touch it a little bit, like poke it a bit before you actually pick it up to just in case it has some sort of residual magical something. But no, it just seems to be an inert crystal. You don't get any special feeling from it. You don't recognize it. You've never seen anything quite like this before. It almost looks like the clearest glass that you've ever seen.
I don't think Foodle saw Goldrill take a piece, so he's gonna grab a small, like a gnome hand-sized piece and grab one. Slip it into his backpack. and turn around and see just him and Goldroll. I think are the last two in here.
If Madra sees Goldroll come, because she's still holding the
Oh,
hammer
excuse
and the
me.
bag. So if she sees Goldroll coming, she would literally like throw the bag at him, just like so he stops coming, because and she'll try to catch up to Fielding and just be like, before you leave, I need to speak to you in private. I'll pay you.
Fielding stops at the top of the stairs in the room we were previously in. Hears that, does a big, quite obvious sigh, sticks her hand out in like a motion like this. A small clock appears above her hand. Her hand turns like this. The clock hands once again hit 12 o'clock, and a purple mist emits from her body into the air. And she casts Lesser Restoration to get rid of the poisoning.
She could have done it all along, you guys. She could have cured herself of the poison that Kiona gave her.
After doing so, she turns back around. If you must, feel free.
All right, so Mazra will just double check that like no one's coming, and she'll kind of just walk
Hey,
over
but
to where.
on that note though, Kiona is coming. She's not walking probably as fast as you were, but during this conversation, she will probably get close to where
I'll just
you're
say
at.
I got
And
semi.
me,
Oh, are you trying to eavesdrop?
I might try to eavesdrop if I realize that they're
Roll.
up there talking.
Roll a stealth check.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
How? How does this happen?
well, real quick before you do that, I'll just say, yeah,
Mazra, spill the beans.
Goldrill got the
Okay.
bag of holding, and so he just
Yeah.
he's gonna walk
Yeah,
over to this
okay.
area where these benches are and just pop a squat. Throw the
Okay.
crystal in the bag of holding and just start looking at
I
his
know
notebook
everyone's
again.
expecting beef, but
Pop
it's
a
actually
squat usually refers to something else. At least in
Yeah,
my
we'll just
experience.
make it a
Pop
nice
a
feeling,
squat,
sort of.
take
It can mean
I'm sorry.
it can mean many things. In this
No, it really just means the one thing, I think.
I know everyone's expecting beef, but it's not beef. So
I'm not expecting beef.
It's pork.
I want to know what I am like listening to.
okay,
though.
and Mazra will even, she's not trying to invade Fielding's space, but she'll like step close enough that she feels that she can speak with her without having to like super raise her voice, and she'll just be like, when we first met, you mentioned that you were part of a group and that you gather magical items to keep them safe from people. And earlier you said that you're part of some sort of a collective. I would like to know, have you ever heard of someone named Underlord and the Unbroken Circle? Do you know of them?
Now, Brucey, this is something that we tried to do behind the curtain, and I'm at fault partially for not reminding
Oh,
you of this. But
no.
we rolled for this, and you can ask 4 questions about Undrelor. We can do it now if you want. So you can ask me 4 questions about Undrelor or the Unbroken Circle, and I will answer them.
I did send you
I'll be
those
right-
questions. So
Did
I'll
you
just go back
actually?
and- yes.
Oh, what a
damn.
butthead.
No worries. I
How
assumed
could you
they
do
were for something
this?
else, but April 30th is when I sent them 4 questions.
April 30th. Ghost Pepper. Oh, I even said, great question. I'll have answers to those before Tuesday's session.
And then it never happened.
And then it never happened. Okay.
There's my questions.
Lol.
All right.
Ghost being top tier DM.
Yeah, bottom tier right now. C grade. Uh
Yeah, good point. I can no longer be shamed for not responding because you did not either.
Yep. No shame. I gave you no shame. I just told you I've made my own
It
thing up.
happens.
That's what
It
happens.
happens.
Yep.
You may do what you please with this.
Yeah. So, here we go. I'm
What
gonna
is this
type
music?
Okay.
it to you.
20 minutes later.
So, just to preface all of this, while he's typing, Kiona, for the first time, is feeling a little bit of maybe not gelling with her party, a little animosity toward the people in her party because they have just instantly shut down anything that might have been good that came out of that. And so she doesn't, from her own natural instinct, whether or not it's right, she doesn't like that. She doesn't like that they've done that, that they've totally just turned heel and decided that that wasn't a good thing. So she suddenly has a little crack that forms in her relationship with the rest of the party.
Should I
Just-
do it?
Just so everybody knows, that's a whole thing that just.
That makes sense.
Iona will remember
Type
this.
type a 1 in the chat if you want me to actually put on
Remember
disco
this.
music.
While I guess I can say what Foodle's doing,
Yeah.
while Ghost is, so Foodle turned around and saw that everyone had gone because Goldrill had gone up to get the bag or whatever, and so Foodle sat down, trying to remember what Boggy had said, and sort of sat down cross-legged, puts the crystal piece in his lap, and pulls out the wooden carved smoke leaf pipe from Shiraz,
Oh no.
and
Is he gonna snort
lights-
that crystal?
no,
I-
lights it up.
Real quick, before you continue, I just want you guys
Okay.
to
Gotta
know
meditate on it while
At-
he gets high, yo.
at the request of chat, I've changed the music category to disco as you started telling this, and it works way too well.
Wait, what? Oh no, we're gonna have to watch.
Okay, now keep going. Tell us about how you get
Okay.
stoned.
So,
Please do.
so Foodle, is slowly. He's trying to remember what Boggy said. Slowly, not taking it into the lungs, that sort of thing. Just trying to use it as a way to meditate. And he's going to, not aloud, but in his mind. And I'm assuming at some point Goldrill comes in and sees him doing this. He's just facing the crystal, like where the crystal was, and his eyes are closed. And he's saying in his mind, "Look. I don't know how this works or even if it will work, but I've seen you in my visions. And if you're here to help, can you give me some sense of what we've done? I don't know what we've done. Where do we go from here? What have we released?" And then he's just gonna try to quiet his thoughts. And he's focusing on the spirit that he saw in the tree and in his visions.
And nothing seems to come to you. You try, and you try, and you try. You try thinking hard on it. You try sharpening your focus to a needle point. That doesn't work. You try unfocusing, trying to empty your mind, thinking of nothing in particular. That doesn't work. Eventually become frustrated. You give up, snapping back to you empty-handed, and you sort of get up off of your you were like seated cross-legged, I guess. Yeah, you sort of uncross your legs and you get up, and as you get up, your foot sort of scuffs against something, and you look down, and there's a perfectly formed bright green oak leaf under your boot, as if it's just fallen fresh off the tree.
Poodle's going to bend down and try to pick it up.
Yep. Pick it up. You hold it in your hands. You turn it around. Not
Guess
symmetrical, because nothing in nature is truly symmetrical, but perfect.
Poodle puts it into his bag and turns and sees Goldrill.
Well,
and
is where I am like a separate room? Because I'm still just on this bench, looking at my
Oh,
notes.
yeah, I
it's,
don't know.
It's
Do you
sort of
see me? Like, my
lower,
hand?
lower. Yeah. It's
Oh,
just sort
okay.
of-
So maybe I don't even see him. Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
It's,
Well,
it's just
I would
slightly
imagine it's the
lower
type of
down. You
thing
would
like
see-
it's like
Okay.
maybe 2 feet, like 2 or 3 stairs, 2 or 3
Oh, it's
stairs
just like a
down.
slightly recessed.
Yeah. You'd see like his in the back
could
of
see
his
my
head, and
head,
shoulders
yeah.
kind of thing.
Okay. Foodle's gonna turn around and say, Goldrill, where are the others? Is everyone okay?
Joel's just gonna look up from his notebook and go like, turn around and just go, I'd imagine they went up. I don't really know. I've been kind of doing some thinking. He's gonna trail back off and like, you know, his gaze goes to like the distance, just kind of back in deep thought.
In the
Poodle's just
meantime,
gonna go
I
sit
want to
down
hear
next to
Mazra and Fieldine's conversation.
Sorry for the hold up, folks.
That's
Oh, no,
fine.
then
It's
you're
fine.
fine.
It's
That's
fine.
my bad. The
No,
holdup
it's
is
all
my
good.
bad.
It's all good. I'm super interested to know the turnout of this, though.
Could you repeat your question, please, Wolf?
So, she basically explains that, you said you were part of this group. Have you, in your work or travels, ever heard of a dwarf named Undrelor and the Unbroken Circle?
It has been some time since I heard that name. Though the group name has changed since I knew it last. It was at one time known as the... Oh, what was it? International Arcane Stage. His circle, as far as I know, does not reach very far. But it is growing.